They don't be analyzing the games like they be going off of
Was that correct?
I can't do the.
Nah, you hey, y'all set it up right now. You gotta say everything you need to say.
I think this is Drew's 808s to our.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, like how Kanye was completely left. We did something completely left wrong. Like I think that's not. It sounds like this, but like I've done everything else in this field. When you do something completely different, and then years from now, people hating that. This is
People forget that people hated 808s and Heartbreak. I'd be trying to tell them.
But no, I listened to it once. Listen to it more.
Yeah, I said more.
No, absolutely. The only reason why I listen to it more is if not, I would stop listening to you. Fuck that.
Yeah, everybody likes that song. You don't need to hear it anymore, bro. Yo, I was trying to figure out. We just came on a little early, wrapped on everything. Everybody's been showing up. People here, Spike here. So, you know, we just watched the picks so far. All right, let's see. Noah says, Noah, you don't hear anything? See, it's levels up there.
You know what's good about the Warriors? It's not even unheard.
Except the mindset all over there.
Minga, Booty, and bruh. I think, look, the one person right now.
Oh, room audio.
I would rather let him walk.
This came out.
Because are you willing to pay that man 30? You know what I'm saying? Not when you got Wiseman.
I let him
If
get how you
Wiseman is going to be part of your future, you got to let Kayvon walk. But if you're questioning Wiseman and his health,
right,
you trade him and you pay Kayvon because he's cheap.
It makes sense.
So the Kayvon situation will tell me a lot. Because think about it, Wiseman going into his third year. Got drafted.
Sure did.
You know what I'm saying?
And food.
So if they don't if they pay Kayvon, I don't know how you because then you're gonna have to pay Jordan. You're gonna have to pay so I don't know how they will do that. So you gotta it's between Wiseman and Kayvon. That'll tell you a lot.
If I'm the Warriors, I hope it's wise. Because I can delay that, right? Hey.
You go good goodbye, bro.
Right.
You heard the stuff said about it?
About Wiseman? You know what he said?
So he can be an MVP candidate.
Shut up. What is it? His health?
Mm-hmm.
His health? That's what the concern is? But he got the skill set.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me put it that agile, that type of touch, with that type of philosophy, with that team and how they play, he's gonna be one of the most efficient big men ever.
I think the mic's working, Spike.
No,
Because they tell you to
stop crunching in. Damn. I didn't think it was on. Like, stop crunching in their ear.
It was picking up the bag.
Oh shit.
So let's see. Yo, is this mic working? I think you're check one of those, check those mics.
Yo. Obviously mine work.
Yeah.
Yo. Yo. This one's working.
Okay.
This one number 3's working. 7 and 2 are not.
7 and 2.
No. Well, I see levels. I don't know. Nobody will ever be able to convince me that you grew up in an urban environment. If you don't eat those, then exactly. You did not grow up in an urban environment at all.
Bro, I used to eat like these bags, the 99-cent bag.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
100.
Check that middle one, 7 and 2.
Yo.
Okay. And then 2.
Yo.
Yeah, he good. You're right, that's good. I remember seeing him in the camera.
Where you go? What team?
He played for Baylor. I remember that blonde hair.
No, but who picked them?
Oh, Spurs.
Mm.
He's gonna be good.
Yeah, 2 work. 7.
There's no way. No way you grew up in an urban environment.
Four.
These two.
Right. All
These are top. These like top 2 out of the 5. Fritos, the other one.
Doritos, the other one.
Doritos, any Dorito, it don't matter. But the Cool Ranch and the Nacho, number 1 and 2. Yeah, but I feel like that's more 80s. In the 90s, that shit niggas was fucking with Funyuns like that.
Yeah, they used to do the rough thing.
Mm-hmm.
Rough thing. Oh, you're rough.
Yeah, I got you. Oh, we gotta find. Yeah, we. Yeah, I'm with you on the Discord, man. And the thing about it is that I'm on Discord every day. I'm like every day I'm in Discord. So I can easily just pop in there and talk shit. So yeah, man, we gotta do more and for everybody in there, just kind of talk sports talk throughout the week, and shit like that. So Shelton and Nick should be on the way.
What is Spike Lee doing creeping around at the draft?
Oh, you know where he went. Mm-hmm.
I like what OKC doing.
Man, they clowning you and
Killing me for the chips.
Yeah, they wild. They wild.
Oh, shit.
I did eat earlier, man, but it's been a minute. That's
So,
why he said he could tell.
So what have been some of everybody in the chat, man? How y'all liking the first couple of picks? I saw somebody say the Pistons are gonna be fun.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'd be curious to see because I got Q coming when he pops on. He'll be on here, so I gotta make sure I have my phone. So don't miss when he pop up.
You know why I like Detroit? Ken, Spike. The way that they're building it is you have a point forward in Cade. You know what I'm saying? Like big size, handles the rock.
Right.
And then now you got a combo guard that's explosive that gets buckets.
Right.
Point forward, combo guard that get buckets. You know what I'm saying? You got length with my guy Marvin Bagley.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's another dude that B always talk about that he really like. He's got an African name. I couldn't tell you.
No, you
I'll be
talking about.
I'll be
I can't
fucking up
remember his
names.
name. Like Basim, something like that. I know what you're talking
You know what I'm saying? But another front court player. So I really like what Detroit doing, man. I really like it. And I was telling people, I'm like, bro, Jaden Ivey gonna be there for. Nah, no, he not. No, he not. Yeah, bro.
They so used to being disappointed that I was,
He
you know,
is.
Animal Brown, my co-host, he's a big Detroit fan too. He was praying Ivy would be
You said
there.
what now?
He didn't think he was gonna be there. We were talking about what Detroit was doing.
I
Yeah.
told them boys in the group chat that when in March,
You knew Ivy was gonna be there.
I told them that's what they was thinking.
What do you think it does for their team?
Huh?
What do you think it do for them?
Nothing. This is gonna be exciting to watch.
Really?
Absolutely
In the
nothing.
East, still nothing.
Nothing.
No, it's not gonna move. It's not gonna move the needle.
Not moving the meter.
No, you know why? Because look, right now they're in the phase of amassing talent.
Okay.
Young talent, all young talent, and they don't know how to win.
Yo,
They still
They,
got a vet.
they're gonna be in a lot of games.
Okay.
They're gonna surprise a lot of teams because of their youth, and they don't know no better. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't know we're really supposed to be competing with y'all. But when it comes down to the nitty gritty, when it comes time to execute, and you get those playoff teams, especially down the stretch, that are going to, we got to make this push. You are an appetizer on the menu. Now the thing is too with them, you saw it with Houston. Even young teams play better down the stretch, right? Especially
they
those
still
high
got the
draft picks.
legs.
They got to figure it out. Like, damn, the speed of the game, this, that, and the third. How do I attack? How do I get my shot at this level?
Right.
Detroit's gonna go through all of that. They just have. They're too young.
So let me ask you guys this. With that being said, because I agree with it,
Mm-hmm.
Aiden's mad in Phoenix. Let's say that Detroit, they got some money and they signed Aiden. Does that change things? All that young talent now.
No.
I got Aiden at the center.
Because
that
Aiden,
helps a lot
leader.
to me.
Can he lead them to?
No.
Aiden can't.
he's not that
That's
type
what
of
he's
leader.
supposed to be. Though.
But that's not that. You're not
see-
paying them for that.
But see the thing
That's
about that though,
if
FIFO,
I
is
bring
he's-
him to Detroit, ain't I paying him to do that?
No, you're paying him to be a 2010 guy.
But the thing about it is,
Then he
Aiden
ain't
has
worth it
never,
to me.
The point of it is he's never been in a position to have to do that. So we don't really know if he can do that or not.
If I'm Detroit,
I'm
bring
leaning
him.
closer to what you're saying. I don't think he can. But at the same time, we don't
Shelton.
know what he
So
picked
y'all
up.
think
in
he
football.
that dude?
Here's the thing. Let's just kind of remove basketball. Let's just talk about life, experiences, work, whatever, right? Business.
Okay.
Leaders are always leaders. You drop them in a room full of whoever, and at some point that voice is going to be heard. That presence is going to be felt.
Right.
Aiden naturally is not that.
Then again,
Naturally.
but at the same time, we really don't know because the voice of Chris Paul was so big.
Always, everywhere.
that it
But
drowned out
he was there
everybody
before
else.
Chris.
But at the time, when he was there before Chris, he was a baby.
But
So being around Chris sometimes can rub off. And
Yeah.
when you move, just
So
like,
let's say
just
that
like-
happens.
like-
Let's say I'm around Chris, that rubs off. I'm going to Detroit and I'm giving you 27 and 12.
that type of shit don't rub off. Come on, now we playing fairy tale type shit, bro.
You don't think Aiden got that in him at all?
Nah, because look,
I would have never.
character is character.
I expect
it's
him to be there
who
at some
you
point.
are. It's who. Look, we knew this about.
I agree with that.
We knew this about Anthony Davis, right? Why are we expecting for him to be a different player now? Because his personality, his character has always been the same, which is why he really could not lead that Pelicans franchise beyond.
I feel like they kind of lied to us in the marketing of him, though. Because if you remember at Kentucky, he was supposed to be this gritty defensive guy, and that meant, and I kind of even remember this in the championship game, something was wrong with him, and he played through the pain. Hence him having 0 points in the finals, like he didn't score from the field, if I remember correctly about Anthony Davis. But my point is, he was supposed to be gritty, and he's not that. Like you just heard JJ Redick come out and say, "Oh, he don't play if he ain't 100%." That is wild to even understand. So I feel like they lied about him because out of Kentucky, he was supposed to be that guy, that gritty guy. So sometimes I think that they manipulate that situation, or in Aiden's
But we're
case,
talking about
you can grow into it.
leadership.
Would
Like,
you consider Embiid a leader?
Yes, I would.
I consider him the biggest presence in the room.
A leader though?
Questionable.
Yeah, he's a leader.
Because he's immature.
That was cute.
I'm,
Embiid has been very immature until like the last year and a half.
Correct. So that's what I'm saying. So you can grow into that role. You can be around a leader and
But
grow into
so,
it.
so you think that Embiid is a leader?
I think so.
Yes.
I think he's a
Yeah.
big presence. I think he's galvanizing. Because sometimes the biggest presence in the room isn't necessarily the lead, like the quote unquote leader. You know what I'm saying? Like Shaq was a bigger presence than Kobe, but Kobe, we're going how I'm going. This is
So
how we're.
KD's not a leader to
Who? KD?
you. Yeah.
Nah, KD's more of he's a presence. You respect him because he's you're a basketball god on the court, but he's not a leader like that. Not in my opinion.
That's interesting.
So
Neither is Kyrie.
I think leadership can mean a few different things.
Mm-hmm.
You can lead by example.
Mm-hmm.
There's some quiet guys out there who
Kawhi.
are tremendous leaders.
Kawhi is a leader.
He's not going to speak up. He's not going to say much, but he's going to show you the way.
Mm-hmm.
And it's people out there that can kind of do it, and they grow into those roles. Kawhi was not that early on in his career. We would have never thought about Kawhi and leader in the same sentence when he was with the Spurs. And he moved out from under Tim Duncan. He learned a lot from Tim Duncan, carried it on to the next phase. And who's to say? I think Ayton takes a beating, and rightfully so.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, if he plays to his potential and he shows those guys like, look, this is how we did it. Come on, let's go.
That's what I'm. Yeah.
Then that's what you would look for. And in a team like that, he could probably take those guys and add that presence to the room.
And
That's what
But
you missing.
but they did it without him though. Technically, they did it without him though, and it's just like when you look at the way that Phoenix was actually structured, it was really CP and Booker's team. Aiden was just kind of there, and that's why he didn't give him that effort the last season because they didn't give him the contract because they didn't value him as like a guy. So how can you tell other people how you did it when the team that did it didn't really integrate you into doing it? It was just like you were there. Like he was just as much an important piece as Jay Crowder was. It looks like to me.
Right. I mean,
but he's supposed to.
right.
And that's my point, though. Going to Detroit in this hyper fairy tale, whatever you tell it, he's supposed to absorb that and bring that to the room, in my opinion. Q. So if I'm paying you, if I'm Detroit, and I'm like, okay, Aiden, you the guy. Whether you were the focal piece in Phoenix or you played a role like Jay Crowder, I'm paying you for that experience and for it to translate on the court and for these young dudes to pick up from that.
Yeah,
all of that's encompassing.
To a degree,
I ain't
I
saying
can
it got to be
agree.
KG.
Yeah, there's certain guys that were just there though in the room. Like you take a Royal Ivy. I'm naming them some names here, but you got Royal Ivy, Kevin Ollie, Udonis Haslam. Some of those guys were just guys, but they're leaders. You know what I'm saying? You can still absorb. You can still pay attention and pick something up and still tell you how it was done. You was there. He was a starter on that team. He wasn't a focal point, but he was a starter. He had some impact. So
sometimes skill and character doesn't necessarily align. Like there are guys that are extremely talented, but their character is not aligned for leadership quality where people want it to like be at. You know, people like y'all said with AD, like the skill is there, the character is just not there for that leadership quality, and that's just not him. KG, you know what I mean, the skill and the character was both there. But when it comes to a guy like Aiden, if I'm a sign and trade for him, the only reason I'm signing and trading for him, I lean more towards what FIFO is at because I'm signing him to be like potentially 25 and 10. That's what I'm looking for. I really want this to be Cade's team, but if he can come in and offer like some minor wisdom on how to just make it in the NBA and whatnot, cool. But by all accounts, Aiton's attitude is not necessarily, not saying he has a bad attitude, but he's just a very chill guy. Like there's nothing to him that's like fiery, that from what people say about him.
Hey, we're waiting on Nick to get here to get into a recap. So he'll be here. You know, he just late.
We them boys, what's happening? We them boys with the first super chat. We them boys said, if y'all got super chats, man, y'all make sure y'all send them through. We appreciate the love. We them boys said that Lakers team going to be toxic as hell if Kyrie gets traded there. Any team that Kyrie gets traded to is going to be toxic as hell. I don't care where you go.
You know, I think honestly, Kyrie understands what he messed up with LeBron. I really think he gets that, and I think this situation, if somehow, some way, he can get that back with Bron, I think he make it work. I think he'll make it work this time around.
Hey,
I don't have the faith.
y'all know I love mess, so I would love for it to happen.
But here's the thing: you think that's more toxic than what it is now?
No. What's going on right now is
Hey,
Well, see, the thing about it is Kyrie is Kyrie. We've been having this discussion forever, so the toxicity is gonna follow him.
Mm-hmm.
So it don't matter if you go to LA, it's gonna be the same thing. I mean, because the reason why he set out wasn't because he was in Brooklyn. It's gonna be the same thing. So whether he recognizes what went wrong with him and LeBron or not, are we still gonna get him sitting out for personal reasons?
Yep. Hey.
As long as you're ready for the playoffs, that's all that matters.
I ain't mad at Kyrie for holding them hostage for this. I ain't mad at
I ain't. The only reason I am is because they turned over the keys to him. They gave the keys to them boys, and they let them.
They gave the keys to who?
KD and Kyrie, and they kind of let them do like they didn't restrict them in ways. I didn't see it anyway. I don't know. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but I didn't see where they restricted them in any way. I only saw them hurting themselves.
But that's the lack of leadership. You see what I'm saying? Like those guys on the championship teams that they played on were not the reason why obviously they contributed in major ways. Right? You know what I'm saying?
The mental part wasn't why.
The mental part wasn't why, and also like the heart is they weren't the heart and soul. They was not the lead dogs. Everybody said Draymond says it. Ty Lue, the opposing coach, said, "Hey, Steph Curry, bro, double T him at it. Get the man
driving that bus.
Get the ball out that man's hand." And then with LeBron and them, LeBron is the reason. Kyrie added to it.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have won without Kyrie. They needed every ounce that Kyrie gave them. But they wasn't the reason why. Yes, sir. Hot them bottles, boy. Hot that bottle, boy. Yes, sir. Hey, at the club they got bottle girls. At the club they got bottle girls. I got bottle African in this motherfucker. Let go. Let go.
You should have had the sparkler.
Let's go. Hey, man, where my sparkler at, man?
Bro, take your shit.
Hey, where my sign at, man? Hey, he got that big code. Yes, sir.
No, he got to hand that to you again. I got to take a picture of him.
I don't give a damn. You ain't taking shit, bro. It was a candid moment, boy. You missed it.
Yes, sir. Give him a bottle, man.
You lucky I didn't give you the bum size.
Oh, my God. Oh, man.
That's funny.
Josh Bros, I see your super chat, bro. Terrible pick by my Spurs. Who did they pick?
My bad.
Some Asian kid.
Nah, that was supposed to be a good pick.
Josh, I like old boy. He's supposed to be like
Kentucky, right?
Nah, they got
Dude out
from
of
Baylor.
Yeah.
The long hair we was talking about.
Yeah,
Josh. He had a
Josh.
good tournament.
Josh, he's talented. He's actually a guy that I wouldn't have mind kind of getting in Charlotte. He's gonna be a rebounding machine. He's gonna be close to.
He plays Spurs basketball.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's gonna be one of those type players.
Y'all getting Russ, so you be all right. You don't need nobody else in the draft.
No, that's not gonna happen.
Why Kenny Atkins turn y'all job down?
Well, that was personal reasons, and he had some other stuff going on.
Nah, for the personal reasons, what they sipping lean. They sipping lean in Charlotte. He ain't trying to be around that bullshit.
Kenny Atkins took a look around. He was like, "Hell no, I ain't leaving Golden State for this shit."
He said, "Yeah, fast because it was a job." Yeah. No, I don't blame him, man.
I'm telling you, saw that cup of lean, and he was like, "Hell nah."
That's what it was.
No, that's a fact.
He said, "Hell nah." You don't leave the Golden
It wasn't
State
even
for
the blunt, it
Carolina.
was the lean.
Yeah, there's no clear direction.
Curry ain't never even been back to Carolina since.
He be hanging out in
Why
Carolina.
would Kenny go?
Jeremy Sochan, whatever his name is. But yeah, he's nice, man. I like him, Josh Bros. I do. I really do.
I don't like this Knicks pick.
The guy from France.
Yeah,
I heard
that's a good pick.
Yeah, I heard he was all right.
I ain't trying to hear that right now, bro.
Y'all getting Donovan
I
Mitchell,
ain't
man.
trying to hear that. Nah, bro. These niggas do this shit all the time, bro.
That man defense on Marcus Smart right now, boy. That man defense. Nick,
what'd he say?
Nick's defense right. This man came in here on guard, boy. That man like, don't say shit to me, goddammit.
The man in the chat said he looked tight under the mask.
I am, bro.
The man in the chat called it out. He said Nick looked tight under the mask.
Hey, he ruined that vacation was ruined. I guarantee
Boy, damn there was.
Yeah.
Luckily, I was in the motherland.
you. Yeah.
Damn, that's
I tried to escape y'all.
Shit, I
Man
wouldn't have
said
came
the
back.
Warriors are done.
You know it's bad when you run to
He
Africa.
said they finished after the first round.
When you go to
When it was
Africa, so you ain't
1-1.
gotta watch the finals.
Oh shit.
All right, man. Let me go to kick this off.
That boy was eating Yola mad as shit. He like, fuck.
Man, you can't be mad eating some Jolo, bro. You can't, man. That don't even go together, man.
He said, "What in the fuck is this? What in the fuck is this?"
See, Lou, they've been queuing up these motherfucking jokes all week, bro. That's why I'm just
Prince
sitting here.
Hakeem, look at this shit.
That's why you can't.
I ain't even
Oh,
serious.
man.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
This light skin nigga. This light skin nigga is going to win another one.
Oh.
Oh shit.
This is the place where sports opinions collide. Dead in sports. I am Kenneth Beans. Joining me on the show, we got Shelton J.
What's happening? I heard you do that concerted effort to not say 360.
Oh.
That was pretty good right there.
Oh yeah. FIFO 24/7.
What it do, man?
Spike Lou.
What up, though?
Q. The sixth man.
Hey, strength in numbers. What's good?
And he back, y'all. The return of Nicky Dusse.
Now the return of disrespect. This is the definition of disrespect right here, Ken.
Hey,
This is disrespectful.
Okay, you know it's a light skin season, right? Boy, bro,
Hey.
y'all everything
Hey.
up on y'all.
how was
Hey,
your
Drake
trip?
is out.
Drake out, Curry. won.
Warriors want Chef Curry in the
But it ain't
kitchen.
going too good for Drake right now.
It
Nah, I think it's gonna come around just like the
I
Warriors
agree.
season.
How was your trip?
It was beautiful, man. I was in a
Always good
place
to go
where
back.
80% of the women got fat asses.
Where were you at?
I was in East Africa.
Okay.
Oh, nigga, you was in Ethiopia, nigga?
No, it was Uganda.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say.
So not too far, but yeah.
Nah, me and you gonna have to take a little trip, bro. We're gonna take a little trip out there.
Oh, yeah, hell.
You know, I told him next time he go, I want to go with him.
Facts. I said the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
We all going dead in East Africa or something. We all gonna be on.
Go.
Damn, that
Yeah, I can show y'all some spots.
Nick,
That
know
would
what
be
I'm
a
saying?
hell of a
She
trip,
glad you
bro.
back.
I'll tell her. I said, hey, thank you.
man. We all
I know she about to cuss me out
She
too.
hope you
She
enjoy
got
it.
a super chat waiting for
She
me.
said she hope you enjoyed your trip. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
She did say stay away from Nick though, because ain't no telling what he brought back.
Oh, that's why you got the mask.
Damn.
Oh, no wonder.
You've been responsible.
Yeah, it is.
Show that shit.
But welcome back, brother. We missed you. Yeah, we missed
I
you.
ain't miss y'all, bro. I didn't want to come back. I was like, bro, I'm gonna just stay over here. I ain't coming back. I'm gonna hit a Dave Chappelle, boy. You ain't gonna know what happened.
What happened to Nick?
Um,
They've been waiting on you too in the chat.
Yeah.
They been hating.
They
bro.
have
I'm
been
like,
waiting
all
on you in
right,
the chat.
whatever.
Man.
Then I had to go to the store and get this nigga.
Thank you, sir.
Nigga threw the money down at the cashier. Cashier got the smoke for no
Bruh.
reason.
no reason.
Cashier like, God damn.
Yeah.
They didn't know what was happening.
Slide
Yeah.
your card right there. You slide my card.
You pulled a Mike Tyson on the plane.
But
Damn.
But yeah, man, we haven't been on air. Since last Tuesday actually. We haven't talked to the people since when was the game?
Thursday.
Thursday. That was the closeout
Game
game.
6. Yeah.
Yeah, Thursday.
It was Thursday, Nick.
We did a little watch party with everybody that are members and stuff like that. I had a great time, man. Watching everything, man. A lot of jokes, a good time
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
We finally was able to put some faces with some names.
Yeah. But
That's crazy.
I don't know, man, Sheldon. I'm not like you. I don't need to see everybody.
I want to see them, man.
I don't.
I want to see.
If they don't want to show it, I don't want to see
you
it.
didn't want to see it.
But nah, I'm good. It's good. But I just hearing the voices was good enough for me. But yeah, man, they Warriors got it done. Since that time, Draymond's been talking a lot of fucking shit.
As he should.
Rightfully so.
Clay.
Not as he should.
Nah.
As
he
can.
should.
As he can.
As the
As
leader
he
of a
should.
dynasty.
Nah.
As the leader of a dynasty.
He's the leader of the dynasty. That
One
was
of
a
them.
question I
Why
wanted
you
to
fuck-
ask y'all.
One
Yeah,
of them.
I mean, shit, I'm gonna hand it over to you, bro. Welcome back.
Oh shit.
But why is he going to Memphis?
Well, it started with Clay. I think it started with Clay.
It started with Jaren Jackson.
Jaren
Jaron
Jackson
Jackson going, but Clay went after
tweeting that strength and
Jaron
numbers.
Jackson for tweeting the strength in numbers.
Because that's their
How was that
slogan.
a tweet? How was that against him?
Because that's their
was
slogan.
after a
That's
loss.
Golden State's slogan.
Yeah.
And Jaren Jackson obviously plays for Memphis, and he tweeted that after they beat him.
When they beat him.
But Clay didn't play, Steph didn't play, Draymond didn't play.
So when they won the championship, for some reason it had been in Clay's mind this whole time. So he called him a bum. So
he added him.
like
he added him.
he during the presser
Oh.
while he was giving his interview, he said it, and somebody gonna tweet out the straight the numbers that you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
And
you
then
bum.
He said you bum. So
Oh shit. He
so
pulled
yeah, so Ja tweeted out and said, "We got real estate." Somebody said y'all in them boys'
Real
heads
estate,
still. You
something
got
like
real
that.
estate, yeah. So Draymond said, "We selling high," something like. Draymond responded to Ja. So it kind of turned into war words.
Oh, okay. So next year gonna be interesting.
Yeah, they were saying well, hopefully we get a game on Christmas Day
Champs
in,
with the
in,
Christmas
in
game.
San Francisco, and so Ja came back and said, "Why don't they come to Memphis where it's gritty?" And Draymond came back and said, "The champs don't go nowhere on Christmas Day. Get it right." Like came back at it was going back and so it's been going back and forth.
Yeah, you know the whole damn thing, bro.
Yeah. I was reading it, man. I was watching.
You know, Sheldon love a good little dramatic tea
Yeah.
story, boy.
Little tisk.
Boy, he want to know what you heard what happened, right?
Nah, Sheldon, I had.
Let's all meet up. Let's all.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah, so it's been a world words back and forth, and it started, like I said, to me that wasn't that bad of a tweet.
The what? Strength and numbers?
Yeah,
You
to
can't
me,
take a slogan, though. You know what that is.
I mean, but
It's, and to make it even worse, it's passive aggressive, though. You ain't even coming at me. You just trying to do some slick. Nah, that's bad.
And you beat
It's
me
bad.
when we're not at our 100%.
Yeah, and my man
Strength
ain't
and
even
numbers.
here.
Get
Like,
out
you
of here
just
with
doing
that.
some, like,
So that was during the
cornball
regular
stuff.
season?
Yep.
Yeah, like it's straight.
but that ain't
cornball.
nothing that I was.
Oh, that was. I thought that was during. It wasn't during the playoff series.
Nah, that wasn't during the
Oh,
series.
man, who gives a fuck
That's what I'm
about that
saying.
shit?
To me, it
So he
wasn't
been thinking about that since then.
since then.
Wow, Clay.
Oh, that's some light skin.
That is
That's
some
light
light-skinned
skin.
shit,
That's
bro.
light skin season shit, bro.
Hey, you know what?
I thought
But you
y'all
know
was talking
what?
about the playoffs.
Light skin season
But it
is
was-
championship season. That's all I know. That's all I know. Where New York at?
Both sides though, like Jackson was like that was super passive aggressive though.
Yeah.
Like if you gonna say something, use y'all slogan, the great Memphis shit, man. You so gangster, nigga, or whatever you supposed to be. Don't come using our slogan.
Because
being
you already know how,
passive-aggressive.
bro. You Spike, you know how to get to a light skinned man's
That's
heart,
true.
bro. It's
That
through
is
sub
true.
tweets.
That is
You
true.
know what I'm saying? So that's what
Clay
he
fell
did.
for it.
Not
Clay
sub.
been
Yeah.
stewing on that in his championship moment. He thought to mention Jaren Jackson, bro. Come on, that's nuts.
He marinated on that motherfucker.
He
for a
did.
minute.
Called him a
minute.
bum. He called that man a bum
Shit, the way he
Charlotte.
played, I don't know.
on live TV.
Mark, it's gonna be Mark Williams. The pick is in. It's gonna be Mark Williams from Duke.
Charlotte had 2 picks at top 15, right?
Was it Jalen Duran?
That don't sound like Mark Williams. So.
I heard he actually good though.
Dude right there.
He is good, but
Yeah, they're looking for a center.
I wanted Mark Williams.
So they drafted
Is
need
that
right
the
here.
kid
Oh,
from
you
Duke?
wanted Mark Williams.
I wanted Mark Williams.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you had inside.
Was anybody surprised by the number 1 overall pick?
A little bit.
No.
Nah.
I thought,
little
I
bit.
thought they was gonna go with Jabari, right?
I think it was a
Either
perfect
that or Chet. I didn't think Paolo.
Shit ball,
Bro,
bro.
I've been saying.
Yeah.
that.
Hey,
Chet's gonna be
OKC
trash.
gonna be
And
all
that's,
right.
and that's,
I think
and
he
that's
gonna be
just, I don't know
trash,
why
though.
I want to say that, but it's just like, I don't see him being
Nick,
good.
Nick,
Nick,
he's gonna be
you
good.
gotta be quiet, bro, because your basketball
Okay.
analysis is in
All right,
question.
All right.
Hey,
I'll say
hey,
that. Chet gonna be
Steph-
No, I
trash.
agree.
Steph Curry cannot create his own shot.
I ain't say
Warriors are done.
I said I want to see. I just wanted to see some shit.
Okay. How much more is it you gotta see,
That
bro?
got shit to do with it. So you saying he gonna be the next Steph?
No, ain't nobody saying no.
right.
Don't try to
All
do
right,
that
so then
because
let me get my
because
take
your
on it.
analysis be in the dumpster, bro.
The top 3 picks are interchangeable, and I say that including Chet because all 3 of those guys have a chance to be. Have
Who
a
was
high
number
ceiling.
3?
Chet's garbage.
Who did?
Huh?
Was Houston
Y'all
got
can
third?
forget that.
Smith.
Y'all fell for that.
Yeah,
Y'all falling for the Chet
That's
stuff.
my favorite. Jabari Smith, huh?
Y'all falling for the Chet stuff.
Well,
Like, tell me.
I like Chet.
What does he
There's
do?
no
That's
way.
what does he do? That's like really like
Who,
eye
Chet?
popping. Yeah.
He's just solid in a lot
Skillful.
of areas. He's skillful, and when he played those other guys in high school, mind you, because he,
Does he not remind you of Porzingis a little bit?
They actually
Because
said
he-
that,
Yeah,
didn't they?
because-
you know
because
what?
he's skinny and
I
white.
can-
They said
I'll
he was-
take that comparison. Only he's a little bit more skilled than Porzingis at that point.
He's a little bit more like
And
flexible and
he hadn't
agile.
been-
Yeah.
Yeah, he hadn't been hurt. So when you're that tall,
I mean,
he
Zingis
got
wasn't
some
hurt when
work
he
to
came
do.
out either.
Huh?
He wasn't hurt when he came out either. He got hurt when he started putting on weight and trying to compete in the NBA.
I just think Chet is gonna be okay.
I don't.
I hadn't seen nothing.
And in
from him.
OKC, who do they got? as head
Like,
coach.
how do you? I don't even see his body frame. He don't even have a frame to put on weight and it be effective.
You
Like,
don't
he got
need-
a Sean Bradley, like the weird lanky, like
got a KD
maneuver
body.
He
bowl.
built like Andre
but
Karolinko.
even in Texas,
Mm.
KD had, like, you could tell if he filled it out where the muscles would be. Chet just like got this square body that,
A little like spaghetti.
yeah, like they're gonna push him around in the NBA like
Check.
his whole the brief career that he has. I think they're gonna push him around.
He built like Groot.
Chet got a lot of confidence.
The young
that's,
group.
That's something.
That was in high school, bro. Like, he didn't play with confidence during the tournament.
He
I
got
didn't see
confidence
that.
now, though.
I didn't see the
Are you
confidence.
seeing him? You been seeing him talk lately?
That's what he gonna say.
Checks.
Hey, it's gonna be hella
Every
iron
time he
check.
score, they asked Chet the other day who was the best player in the league. He said in a few months it's gonna be me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
See, that's I
Jesus
know
Christ.
he's
To
gonna
me,
be up out.
He, hey,
You know what?
hey, you know
You
what?
talking spicy like that?
He the Jack Harlow of the NBA.
Exactly.
That's what he about
Mario
to be.
Hezonja
Great
said
white
the same
hype.
shit.
You right though, because I was listening to a pod the other day, and this white guy was just trying to make it like, oh man, he's gonna be this, that, and the third. Like, they just hoping that an American-born white guy is good. That's
Because they think
all
it's
that's
they think
all
it's
it
an
is.
opening right now because
Yeah, that's all it
it's
is.
it's too many niggas in the league.
It's the Larry Bird effect.
Hey,
They want him to be Larry Bird.
Q, man, what are your thoughts on Chet, bro?
It's really hard because I feel like there is a world where he is either blowing everyone's expectations or he's just out the league. Like, I don't think there's really an in between there. I don't see it being a middle of the road thing. If you ask me where I would bet it, OKC allows their guys to be kind of bad. It allows them to grow. So I just bet on him being good, but I don't think he's going to put on no type of weight at all. But I don't know how good he's going to be, but I think he should be all right.
Oh, to
Oh
Detroit.
my lord!
All right,
Detroit is gonna
cool.
get that.
At least somebody with some sense.
Oh my god!
What just happened
Wait, what they do?
Yo-
Did
so he
he's
might be
to-
going to Detroit.
in exchange for?
I don't know. They just said proposed trade.
They said that the Knicks are trading Kemba to Detroit.
They just said a proposed trade from Charlotte to Detroit.
Yeah.
They just said the Knicks acquired Jalen Duren and moved him with Kemba Walker to the Pistons.
Damn. Well, all right. Let's.
Wait. So the Knicks got Jalen Duren?
Yeah.
What? Okay.
And
I think
Pistons
so.
got.
Hold on,
Kemba
let me
and
see.
who?
So who's Charlotte
Let me
get?
see what. Hold on, what the hell is going on?
This, like, bro, they're
they
saying
could be in the
that
chat. Wait, yeah, no. Pistons got Jalen Duren.
they said that the
Yeah.
Pistons got Jalen Duren and Kemba.
So
And
who's Charlotte
Kemba?
get?
And they drafted Jaden Ivey?
Kemba
Oh, them
getting
boys,
bought
them
out.
boys trying to make the playoffs.
He gon'
They trying to
He
make the
in the
playoffs.
chat.
He's celebrating right now.
They trying to make the playoffs for real.
So who?
ABC late with the details.
Mhm.
What's going on?
who
This is
are-
getting weird. It's getting weird now, y'all. I don't know what's going on. Hold on, let me.
We needed a center.
Well, who did
They-
y'all?
yeah,
get?
y'all did.
Oh yeah, this is what I'm reading. The Knicks reportedly traded the rights of the number 11 pick to OKC for multiple first round selections. I'm not seeing anything about
All right. Yeah.
the
You-
Charlotte to.
See, your
Detroit.
source is as good as your analysis.
Okay, the
Okay,
Pistons are
that's-
sending the 2025 first round pick in the Duren trade. Detroit got that pick from Portland in the Jeremy Grant deal yesterday. From
Oh,
Wall.
bye-bye, Colin Sexton.
Oh, I wanted him in Charlotte.
Man, you
I
want everybody.
I no, that was my pick.
He's supposed to be really good.
It was supposed to be Abaji and Mark Williams.
Dude, right
in
there
So
Charlotte.
who'd y'all draft?
Huh?
Who'd y'all get?
Nobody. We about to pick again now. He was the next. He was gonna go to Charlotte with the next
Oh,
pick.
so I see what you're saying.
Yeah, we had the 13th and 15th pick. So I wanted him in Charlotte, and I wanted Mark Williams. But I didn't mind Duren.
I like this. I like this for Detroit. Cade, Ivy, and Duren. I like that a lot. I think that all three of those pieces, and I think Kemba will probably get bought out. If not by the middle of the season, he'll be probably bought out.
So we
before the
know
season.
where DeAndre Ayton is not going now.
Yeah,
Detroit.
Yep.
I think Aiden. He's in play
He
probably
gonna-
for
he gonna
Dallas,
stay
or he's in play for Utah. Probably.
Gotta be
You
Charlotte.
don't think he stay?
I don't think he stays, man. I think they're trying to get him
Because
up.
Because
Who-
up out of
who
there.
want that nigga?
That
They
dude
said
right
him
there
and
nice,
Monty
kid.
Williams is like
Nah.
heavy at the end.
I
of
think
the
the bridge has been burned.
Yeah, they
Well,
said it
I mean,
was
we've seen coaches beef with
Wait,
their
they
star
said who?
players.
him and Monty Williams were like in serious. That was what the whole fallout the last Was it Game 7 when they got
Mhm.
blew the
Yeah,
doors
but
off?
Mhm.
They said that's
They
what
act like
that
it
was
was
all about.
Aiden though. You know what I mean? The thing I do feel for Aiden because I feel like they wanted more from him. But the thing is though is that I thought Aiden balled out during the finals against Giannis.
They said a lot of it stemmed from them not wanting, of course, to give him his
To pay
extension
him.
during the season. His team was very upset about it, they said, and I think that Monty Williams addressed him about it, and they kind of were beefing throughout the season because they couldn't get a deal done, and it led over into the locker room, and then Game 7, it kind of spilled over to him giving up.
Man, if you see all your coworkers
Yeah,
getting
balling.
$100+ million, and then when it's your time to get your 100 million, then they gonna be like, we gotta see more. I wouldn't be giving my all either. So I kind of feel both sides where it's like we not really in love with your production and your output, but I also feel Aiden the most because it's like, bro, like the league is going this way where you pay guys and you let them go. You know what I mean? Either you sign and trade me or you pay me. So it's like, why would I give you my all in this season and you want me to be enthused? So I get it, man. It's just a sad part of the business, but he gonna get his money. I think it's gonna be either probably Dallas. I wouldn't be surprised that like Chicago. I wouldn't be surprised that Utah.
Mm. Hmm.
I'm not understanding. I'm not.
So, oh yeah, the echo is coming from. I gotta turn them down a little bit, y'all. Yeah. So back to the Warriors though.
We ain't gotta go back. We
we
can
ain't-
focus on the draft. Move forward.
Nick, you
the
picked the
future.
Warriors to lose in the first round.
I picked them to lose every round.
I know. I was gonna get
Yeah.
there.
You denying they dynasty.
I'm not denying their dynasty. They had a dynasty.
They had or
they,
had.
they have a
Check.
dynasty.
He denied it in the check.
It's like on Rockefeller Records.
That's what I'm
Dynasty
asking. Like, so
continues.
what do y'all consider a dynasty?
The Warriors. The
No, no, no.
Warriors.
Are
I
you
mean,
really
like,
asking that?
No. I'm
So,
asking.
4 championship in 8 years? What?
No,
Like,
no,
are you
I'm-
really?
I'm saying, y'all. How do y'all classify it? Is it over a span of time,
So,
or is it
Of
over?
course,
or
that's
is it
what a
just-
dynasty
Or is it
is.
just the
Dominant
titles?
10-year
Or was
period.
it back-to-back
I
titles?
feel
'Cause
like
I thought back-to-back
dominating
titles is what
the decade.
considers a dynasty.
So previous to
10-year
this,
period.
it was the Spurs. Previous to the Spurs, it was.
So you do it over 10 years.
Yeah, previous to the Spurs, it was who? The 2000s. Who was it?
The Bulls.
The
Yeah.
Bulls.
Oh,
and
no,
then-
Because it was late 90s,
yeah,
2000s.
Yeah, the Bulls. So, yeah.
So did the Lakers have a dynasty in between that?
The Lakers of Magic Johnson.
No, I'm talking about
Yeah.
Lakers of Kobe and Shaq. Was that not a dynasty?
Nah.
that was.
It was a nice
Spurs.
run.
Yeah, that
They
was
won
a-
3 titles in what, 4 years?
Yeah, but what were they the rest of the decade? It was
Exactly.
7 more years.
10 years. It's still 6 more years to account for it.
See,
What happened?
that's the difference that I have with y'all about what a dynasty. Because I always go by back-to-back rings,
Nah.
or like rings over like
Nah.
a 4-year, 5-year.
Nah,
period.
it a dynasty is longevity.
Yeah.
Over how long a period of time, the longer the more dynastic it is.
Right.
You
But
say
I
that's the reason why New
So-
England has been a dynasty for all these years.
So the Bird Magic era, whose dynasty was that?
That was a Celtics dynasty and a Lakers
Lakers,
dynasty.
yeah.
You can have multiple dynasties congruent, especially if they're in opposite conferences
I mean, LeBron was a dynasty
by himself.
Yeah.
Finals in 8
Which
years.
is-
Yeah,
fucking crazy when you think about it.
That is crazy.
it is really.
That's
I've seen a
crazy.
player be a dynasty.
Yeah,
I've never seen no shit like that.
I'm
before.
taking championship runs with me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
here I go.
Bum. Let's go.
Fine.
Let's go.
Fine. Go on and book it. Fine.
As long as you make the finals in
Yes.
over a span of time, it's a
Yes.
dynasty.
Yes.
So it doesn't have to mean if you actually
Because
won.
even the Spurs,
You
didn't
gotta
win
win a
back-to-back.
couple. Exactly.
How
The
many
Spurs-
you have to
was
win?
every other year.
How many you have to win? Because the Bills, nobody thinks about the Buffalo Bills that run they had as a
They
I
didn't
was
dynasty.
gonna
win.
ask
They
that
not a
just
I know
now.
that's what I'm saying, but I was
They went
asking.
to
That's why I
4
asked.
straight,
Like
didn't they? 4
they went
straight.
to
Yeah.
4
Four
straight.
Super
So
Bowls.
and football too.
Yeah.
They win nothing.
But they didn't win.
Yeah. You gotta
gotta
win
win.
something. You gotta win
So
something.
if you go
Yeah.
straight and you don't win, that don't mean shit. Because that's still
Nah,
a dominant
you don't.
team.
No, it is, but you're not a dynasty.
gotta win something.
Dynasties get
Dynasties win.
cemented by
Dynasty got-
championships.
They got championship.
Exactly.
rings.
Now here's the thing. Let's say you go out of 10 years, you go to the finals 8 times and win 2 championships. You're a
That's
dynasty.
still a dynasty, yeah, because you were there 8 years.
Exactly, and you won 2.
twice. If I'm Buffalo and I go congruent, like back to
I
back,
think
and
you
not
have to
lose,
win.
you're just losers.
Yeah.
I think you have to win more than you lose, though. You can't just be in the shit for 8 years and only get 2. You gotta get like at least 5. You can't just
Nah.
Yeah. You can't
See,
just go like nigga. You don't just go to the prom. Like you gotta bring somebody. Like you know what I mean. Like you gotta
No.
bring some. Like
Q,
that's
Q,
not how that works.
I feel you. I'm not 100% disagreeing with you. I think more championships make you a stronger conversation to be the best dynasty ever.
Right.
But to cement the minimum to be a dynasty in a 10-year run, you got to make it to your championship level at least half of that 10-year span, and you got to win one or two at minimum to be considered a dynasty. In basketball, football is a little different, you know what I'm saying? But in basketball, 10-year run, how many times you made it to the finals? How many championships did you win?
That's
That
Do,
that's an
do
interesting
you
way
all
to
right? But
describe
here's the
it.
thing. Like I feel like my criteria for a dynasty is you have to win more than you lose. You have to go to championships, win more of those than you lose. You have to define your decade or decades, and you have to have at least like one or two all-time great players. You know what I mean?
you don't have to
I
like.
think you have to. Like, there's no way because it's like if you're that sustained, it's like, bro, if it's relational. If you are going to that many, somebody on that team is great. You're not just going there with a team full of uh shit, whoever the fuck. You know what I mean? Like you're going with all time great guys.
But
So
let me.
Curry's a top 10 guy. So you're going there with him. Tom Brady, you're going there with him. Tim Duncan, you're going there with him.
I
But
was
people
just
wouldn't even
about to say
call the
that.
Spurs dynasty. People wouldn't even say the Spurs are dynasty, depending on who you ask. Most people wouldn't.
Duncan was the guy though.
That's exactly why ain't gonna be shit.
Tim Duncan was that guy.
He was that guy, but a lot of people wouldn't even
The
call the
change.
Spurs a dynasty though.
I didn't even see it. I know exactly what you're talking about.
So Steph is top 10 to everybody.
Oh yeah.
Easily.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
He
Absolutely.
cemented
Absolutely.
He
that.
might be
Oh,
top 5, goddamn. Like he might.
Yeah, I don't know just yet.
Give me- yeah, give me
he
another-
might be.
Give me one more.
Can he top 10 to you?
Mm-mm.
He top 12?
You're tripping.
He right there.
13.
You know
Yeah,
something that I
Baker's
did
dozen.
think was interesting though, even though we are considering him top 10,
But
me included. He's like 47th all time in scoring, and he's
Let
like
me
in
do
the
my 10.
40s in assists as well.
hold on.
So he's not.
NBA,
Yeah.
like all time.
Yes.
Mhm.
So he's not. That's something to think about when you.
I
think
say
about,
I
Wait,
say
wait,
he's
wait, hold
I
top. He's
bet
top
that he's
12.
the shortest on that list, or one of the shortest.
Yeah.
Probably what him and Isaiah and Iverson. or
Shortest in
something.
terms of height or shortest in terms of time
height.
to get there?
Well, he
Wasn't
still got
time.
time too.
Huh?
It wasn't time.
Was
You
it
know,
ti-
Larry Bird was shorter.
Shorter time to get into the top 50.
Mhm.
I
All right,
feel like
even though
we
he's
could-
only 47 and
Magic too.
even though he's only 47th in scoring, I guarantee you he's up there in terms of playoff numbers. I think he's top 10 in playoff scoring, 3-point shot. He's probably number one in three. He has to be number one in 3-point makes
Yeah,
in the
he
playoff
He
record.
close.
I
He
would say
close to
Steph
10.
is top 10 just for the way that he changed the game. Because again, sometimes, at least I forget, he's 6'2". And this dude, like, you gotta start guarding him from half court. We didn't see
Period.
that.
So let's go through.
We didn't see that before
I,
he
I was
started playing.
I got up to 8 or 9 before you really have to start considering
One
him.
is
He
Jordan.
about 8 or 9, yeah. Jordan, LeBron.
LeBron.
Jordan, Kareem, LeBron,
Magic Johnson,
Magic.
Hakeem Olajuwon, Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant, Shaq,
I don't know about a
Kobe. You're
better.
bugging. You're bugging. Hakeem,
Wait.
Shaq,
Ain't
Kobe.
that your
Slow down,
people?
slow down real
and
quick.
You
Steph.
hating on your people, man?
He
Count-
ain't
count that
East
again.
African. I told you that.
Where he from?
He from the other side.
He on the
Nah,
west
I'm
side?
not saying that. I'm just saying like.
Hakeem changed
'Cause
the
you-
game for big men, though.
I mean, but Steph changed the game for guards.
Exactly.
Steph
So that's
changed
why
the
they
game,
top 10.
period.
And Hakeem got 2 championships in the Jordan era when Jordan was still paying
Steph
back
got
the
4
mafia.
in the LeBron era.
And that's why he top
I'm
10.
kind of with Nick on this one, even though I seen the dream too, and I know that's your guy, Ken. But
But
like,
that's somebody brought this
Steph-
guy. Well, somebody brought
Steph
up.
is more impactful to what we like. He changed basketball.
Yeah.
That's
I'm only bringing
big.
up this point because people talk when they say they're top 10s or whatever.
Mhm.
It's
Mhm.
hard to compare guards and centers and big men when
That's
you're
fair.
talking about all time. Because what a center is gonna do that's phenomenal, you probably will discount it based on what style you like more, how you will build your team.
Right.
Especially nowadays, no one's building a team around no big man no more, like how they used to. So
If-
it's like how do you compare Hakeem Olajuwon to Steph in the first place?
I don't think that you can
Impact.
compare them on exactly. It's to me it's impact and what did you do for the game and how did you define your era? Like how did you define your era and where do you sit within basketball in just the context of playing the game? Period. Like overall history. I feel
Hakeem
like
is top 2 center of all time.
It's true.
There's no way he cannot be.
Steph Curry.
he's top 10. Like
That's what I'm saying.
like,
Somebody would say Steph is the best point guard
He's
or top
top
2 all
two
He's not better than
He's
Magic.
not the best.
He is better
point
than
guard
Magic
of all
or
time.
he's top 2
He's
all
top
time.
2
at his
point guard.
he's
position.
better than Magic Johnson.
Magic did something similar to the
he
game
ain't top
and what
2.
Steph, but it was
He's
just
better than
Who's
Magic.
the point guard
transition
above?
versus shooting. Huh?
Who's the point guard above Steph?
Magic.
No. I got Magic. He said he wasn't top 2.
Somebody would probably. I could argue Isaiah.
No.
Steph Curry is the greatest point
Steph
guard
got
of
4
all time.
chips.
I mean, well, shit. When you comparing him to Olajuwon only got 2 chips.
Yeah, but
It was
Isaiah
different,
Did
though.
all that shit by himself. He didn't have no Clay or
He didn't have all.
Draymond and shit like that.
What Steph has offensively,
He ain't have no
Isaiah
K-
had
He
defensively.
ain't had no KD for
What-
2 of those.
what-
Olajuwon. He talking about Olajuwon.
Oh,
I'm talking
Olajuwon.
about
He's
Isaiah.
talking about Isaiah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Isaiah too.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So what Steph has offensively, Isaiah had
Did
defensively.
Isaiah have a KD for 2 of his titles?
He had Dennis Rodman.
That's
Did
not a
he-
KD.
What I'm saying is,
He said Dennis Rodman, boy. Hold on,
Tried
man.
it before, that was-
Hey, you ain't bringing up Dennis Rodman when we have the KD conversation. Come on.
is Dennis Rodman? You can't say he the KD of
Dennis Rodman's
defense.
the
He said the KD of defense. What the hell does that mean? Sheldon, tell me what that means.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, bro. Hey, look.
Hey, Lou. Hey, Lou, bro.
Maybe they wear the same size shoe or something.
I don't know what the hell that
I'll try to.
What's the KD? Break that down for me, Steve-O. You the
Hey.
basketball expert. Break that
Just
down.
saying, whatever type of defensive stop you need, that man gonna get it. Guard 1 through
man.
5, main disruptor,
Nah, man.
guys like that you win championships with.
Nah, man. Nah.
I don't know what
Steph
you're trying to
is
Look.
the greatest point guard of all time. Like there's none.
Who?
There's none.
He said Steph
Steph
was the
Curry is the greatest point guard of all
Nah,
time.
he's not.
There-
You see, this
How is
He's
he?
not.
How is he not? How is he not?
Because Magic,
Didn't he go to 9 finals?
who Magic?
5. Yeah.
Yeah, he went to 9 finals,
He was
but
a
it's not
dynasty.
even the accolades. It's not even the accolades. It's the fact that Magic changed the game just like Steph.
And he's a more in the traditional sense of the
A
true
point
definition
guard.
of the position.
Exactly.
That's Magic.
Yes.
And I changed
I
the
don't.
game.
I
Yes.
don't agree with
And
that.
I'm
I don't
6'7".
agree with that.
Nah,
I don't.
you're
I
right.
just don't. I just don't agree with that at all. I think that Steph Curry completely took people out the matrix. I feel like Magic Johnson is great. Magic Johnson is the second best point guard of all time. Steph Curry changed. Steph
You
Curry
being blasphemous,
changed.
Q.
Steph Curry changed the entire geometry of basketball on a global scale. Magic Johnson didn't do none of that. And I love Magic. But let's be real.
Whoa.
Stop.
No,
He did
come
not
on.
change the geometry of
Q,
basketball on
Q.
a global scale.
The
He didn't
way
do
that
it.
he changed the geometry of basketball was with the passing, bro.
Who?
Where
Magic?
he
I was
used
about to say the skill set that Magic had.
Stop it.
Nobody
Stop
else was
it.
doing that
Stop
at
it.
6'9".
Stop
So
it.
just like
Stop
Steph changed the geometry from a shooting aspect, Magic did the same
From
thing
passing.
from a passing and a height perspective too. Nobody was handling the ball that fast from that high up and down the court. Like
They didn't. There's not a bunch of people being Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson is a very rare prospect of a 6'9" point guard. Great passer,
that's what
all-time great passer. He didn't change the game where everyone else can emulate his style. Other teams can draft his style. That's not what happened.
But the thing is that everybody's trying to emulate Steph. There's only 2 guys in the league that even look like that. Maybe 3. There's only 3 guys in the league that I can say, okay, that's in the mold of Steph. Dame, number
But
1,
on a
Trey.
scheme level.
and Kyrie kind of, sort of, but not really.
But on a scheme level, Steph's gravity as a shooter opened the entire court up. Magic Johnson didn't do that with passing. Magic Johnson was
yes, he
one
did.
and one. How?
I disagree on you on that, Q.
Magic Johnson.
Show me the example.
So Magic Johnson. Shit. Where's Magic Johnson in terms of all-time assists? He's number 3.
two.
You're not
2 behind Stockton.
You
And
gotta
you know how
respond to
many-
my point though. Where's the example of that happening in the league? That's Magic as an individual prospect. Steph Curry changed the geometry of literal scheme in the NBA. You can't just say, we going to find a Magic. No, if we got a bunch of shooters.
But you're just not going to find a Steph either.
The scheme is the point.
You don't have to find a Steph. Steph's shooting opened the game up for clipboards, like X's and O's.
So changing the game is positionless basketball. That's what Magic Johnson introduced. Because prior to Magic, everybody was barely 6 foot. He's 6'9", controlling the game.
And I can play center.
I can play center. I can play point guard. I can play wherever you need me to play. He was the definition of positionless basketball that they're just now getting right now because the players have just now caught up to that type of skill.
There were iterations in the Bulls era with what's his name?
Pippen.
Tony Kukoc and Pippen.
Pippen, Kukoc, Anthony Mason, Grant Hill. All of those guys are those T-Mac. Those guys are those guys or have that particular skill set of handling the ball.
Big guards.
Because of Magic.
Big guards, definitely. Big guards are, to me, those are individual prospects that you're trying to seek out. Those are individual specimens, like individual humans that, oh shit, I'm trying to bring this person into my team to handle the rock. That can play 1 through 4.
Hold on. Let me ask you this, Q. Does Milwaukee play the schematic version of the Warriors basketball?
Warriors basketball affects the way Milwaukee plays defense and offense.
No, of course, the defense. But you're talking about changing basketball, right?
Yes,
so when you say when you say that, the first thing that comes to my mind is how people try to emulate Steph Curry. People do not emulate Steph Curry on the defensive end. They emulate how he plays and how far away from the basket he plays, right? So my question to you, Q, is does Milwaukee play that style of basketball?
That's not my point. I am not talking about Steph Curry as an individual person. They're trying to find his exact clone in the draft. If you can find a guy like that, cool. Steph Curry's gravity as a shooter creates open looks for other shooters. He's pulling from 30. Guys pull from 30 now. The game has opened up completely. Magic Johnson, yes, he was positionless or whatever you want to say. You have to look for that individual prospect. You can't just put that on the basketball court on X's and O's. All right, we're going to play positionless. You have to have the guys for that. Shooting is a skill that has translated throughout time.
Exactly. Q. You're making an argument for both sides.
Exactly.
My point to you is my point to you is it's all about how the team is built. The best player on the Milwaukee Bucks is Giannis. Right? So they play a lot of positionless basketball where they put the ball in the best player's hand and go play downhill. Is that not what they did with Magic Johnson? The Atlanta Hawks, they have a player similar to Steph Curry. They play a far away from the basket, pick and roll. It's similar.
Look at Steph, bro. I don't see how even the impacts are similar. Steph Curry changed on a global scale X's and O's of basketball. Magic Johnson, people looked for a certain archetype of a player. You couldn't even find them. There's
Magic Johnson changed globally as well.
No, he did not. What Steph Curry has done. Steph Curry got little kids in China pulling from 35 feet,
Steph Curry without going through Magic Johnson.
Oh, and that's like all of that stuff was Magic.
That's great.
I'm talking about who the brand of the NBA for was Magic Johnson too.
That's great. Steph Curry changed the NBA in basketball, period. From the playground.
He's not a better point guard. He's not a better point guard than Magic Johnson.
How is he not?
He's a better shooter and a better scorer, but he's not a better point guard.
How is he not a better point guard?
He's not a better point guard.
What does a point guard do?
By definition, who's the better point guard?
Steph Curry. Steph Curry's a better point guard. No. What does a point guard do?
You're going to be on that island.
I'm asking you a question. What does a point guard do?
So a point guard.
We now breaking down the definition.
No. Let's get to the point.
Because this nigga want to put him in the top five.
Let's get to the point. Just answer the question. What does a point guard do?
First and foremost,
he points and he guards. Say that. All right.
Magic Johnson ain't play no defense.
He sets up the team. He runs the offense first and foremost.
Okay. And what does Steph do?
Steph at his best plays off ball.
He doesn't
Steph is the offense.
Oh, okay.
So how is that a point guard? So how does that meet the definition of setting up the offense if you are the offense? So therefore you are a better scorer.
I'm about to answer you right now. Steph is the offense, and Steph being the offense sets up other guys because his gravity allows him to get open looks. He's setting those guys up. He's setting those guys up.
You just said that about Magic Johnson, and that's not.
No,
him
I didn't
being
even say that about
duplicated.
Magic Johnson. Y'all not listening to what I'm
No,
saying.
I'm-
Y'all.
No,
What?
we are
I
listening,
get
Q.
what I understand what you're saying, and I'm not knocking Steph, but the same argument as far as Magic Johnson being specific to what you're saying, Steph is specific to that because just because he, like you said, can shoot out of the gym, everybody can't do what Steph does for that offense. That's not going to translate anywhere else. Him playing off the ball, opening it up for Draymond, being able to do the things that Steph does. Similar to like when Magic playing the way that he plays, everybody can't do that. You're right. People started looking for that prototyping player. It was hard to duplicate, just like with Steph. It can't be duplicated.
Magic took traditional point guard skills on a bigger body. You can find people to set teams up
No,
like Magic.
no.
set
not
You
teams
said
up.
traditional.
I
There was
literally-
nothing about
bruh,
Magic Johnson
bruh.
traditional, bro.
Bruh, the traditional point guard skills, because y'all trying to make a point guard, he's a real point guard versus Steph is not a real, he's just a shooter. That's bullshit. Steph Curry is a point guard. Steph Curry sets up his teammates.
Sheldon,
Steph
what was the
Curry
number that you
generates.
just
Steph
said
Curry
that
generates
Steph is
more
ranking
open
in
looks
assists?
than any other team.
Yeah, it was 46.
Come on, bruh. Like Steph Curry generates more open looks than other teams do. Like
By
so,
scheme.
He does
and
it
then,
more
no,
than
he
LeBron.
is the scheme. He is the scheme because he's the point guard. Y'all be
He
trying to
doesn't
discredit
generate more
Steph.
open looks than
Stop.
LeBron. He doesn't.
It's on par.
He doesn't generate more open looks than Ben
It's on
Simmons.
par.
Or
It's
I
on
can't
par.
put anybody else in that offense to do the same thing that Steph would do.
Nope.
Like, I can't even
Because
even the
he
best-
changed the game globally.
perfect, and even the most complimentary player to him, Damian Lillard, if you put him in that offense of Golden State, it still won't work that way.
Because he
Correct.
changed the game globally. Y'all are proving my point. Like, I don't understand where's the
No,
disconnect here.
you're
We're saying the same
proving
thing
our
about
point.
Magic Johnson.
How am I proving y'all
All
point
we're
when I
saying
literally
is we're
just
saying the same thing about Magic Johnson that you're saying about Steph.
how
Except
can that be?
He's 6'9".
He's
and gets other
6'9".
people
He
involved.
handles the rock.
Right.
But that has nothing to do with the fact that Steph Curry changed the game on a global scale. Steph Curry is
No
the
one's
system.
denying that. That's what I was
Okay,
saying.
so why? So where's the resistance coming in at?
Because
So
we're
what are
talking
y'all
about just
arguing
the
then?
position. We're not talking about the global scale and all that shit. I'm just talking about the position itself.
No, we
As a
talked
point
about
guard,
who's the better
did it-
point guard.
Who did the position the best?
Magic.
And it's Magic. He went to
It's Steph-
finals.
it's literally Steph
He went
Curry.
to more finals than Steph and won more rings. And
Yeah,
I think
Kareem
he got-
Abdul-Jabbar,
he
the
got
second
better
scorer.
MVP. Like, what are you talking about? Like, if we want to go to numbers, we go numbers. You want to go
Yeah, I
to
was
the
gonna say,
Who,
Q,
bro,
the only-
who is Magic's? Who's Magic's number 2?
What you mean?
Kareem.
Win.
Kareem Abdul fucking Jabbar, the number 2 scoring guy in league. I'm sorry, the number 1 in league history.
An old Kareem.
Stop
and
saying
then
no.
we have James
And
Harden.
he wasn't old forever. He wasn't old forever. He got
They
there.
won
He
that
still has
first
some
time.
left.
Magic
Magic
Johnson's
was
rookie
great.
year.
And he
they
had
won that
James
off of
Worthy.
Magic.
He had a team full of Hall of Famers, dude. He had a team full of Hall of Famers.
You
Don't
sound
say
like a
Steph
young.
got a team full of Hall of Famers.
Yeah, you
Bruh,
do.
Steph
Same with
makes that entire team. And you all just agreed a couple episodes ago that Clay and Draymond were not Clay and Draymond unless they're Steph.
I ain't say shit. I wasn't here a couple episodes. I don't know what the hell y'all was talking
It was
about.
literally like 2-3 weeks ago when we all said that. So now to make Magic the number 1, Steph Curry changed the game on a global scale. Steph Curry generates more open looks like a point guard should. He's the entire system.
Without
he
being a
changed.
point guard.
He is a point guard.
No, I'm saying
I
like
don't-
you say he created open looks without creating the open looks.
he does though.
Without
He
touching
does
the
create
block,
the
yeah.
open looks.
I don't see how that's a.
Because he's talking about the gravity of Steph.
The gravity of
as
Steph
a
Curry creates
player.
open looks. When he
Sucks
goes to
in
the
and
corner,
everything.
guys have to pay him
Einstein.
attention.
The fuck,
That's
like,
the
what the
point
fuck?
though
I'm
with
talking
Magic.
about putting
The gravity of Magic
I-
Johnson being 6'9", flying down the court, coming at the paint.
It's
right
not
next
just
to
Magic
the
though.
addition
He
of
got
last
Kareem
second.
and James Worthy on his team, who are
So
also
now
individually
you
great
gotta take him
players.
down because he got help.
I'm not taking him down. See,
You just
can
did.
y'all-
You said he
Bruh,
had this
bruh,
nigga, that's why
I
he
need y'all to
ain't
stop
that
putting
good
words in my
compared
mouth.
to
I
him.
need y'all to stop putting words in my mouth and just pay attention to what I'm saying and respond to what I'm saying because the bad faith shit is not okay. I'm saying that Magic Johnson is a great all-time point guard. Steph Curry, undoubtedly, his magnitude of what he's done to change basketball from an X's and O's standpoint and an archetypal standpoint, it blows what Magic has done out of the water. I don't even think it's close.
I would
And
say
that's
it's
how
equally
great
impactful.
Magic
I can't have
is.
these
At
conversations,
best,
bro.
at best, I would say it's equally impactful.
Bro,
At
you,
Okay.
best.
All right, cool.
At best.
Equally impactful. Equally
Boy,
impactful.
man,
You got kids, you got little kids in dirt roads in India shooting 30 footers.
He talking talking about the same
Ain't
kids
nobody
watching
like,
Miss
bro.
Marvel.
Magic is
Oh,
great.
yeah,
Magic had the
they wanna
flashy
shoot like
passes.
Steph.
I'm not even trying to bring him down because that's not where I'm trying to take this. I'm saying that Magic had the flashy passes. He took traditional point guard skills, put the flair on it. He set guys up. That's great. But that's an archetypal type of example.
So you saying
It's
what's
not.
wrong? But what's wrong
So
with
so then what is Steph? Steph is not an archetype.
Steph Curry, bro, if you can find a Steph Curry, that isn't archetypal, but please respond to what I just said about X's and O's. They did not change the fucking game because
but
of, we need a nigga that can pass behind his back. No, motherfucker, we got a bunch of shooters. We gonna open the court up for
But
everybody.
I'm asking you, what is the
Come on, bro.
Why are you grading that lower based off of what it is? Like why do you
Because y'all
knock
said
that
who's
style?
the best point guard of all time. I'm going with the guy who is the entire system, changed the game on a global scale, changed X's and O's, is also an archetype that people would die to get, which is what they want to be in Trae Young, what they want Dame to be. But those are two different kind of guys.
And when
But
did all
Steph
this
Curry
happen?
is a different type of animal, bro. He's a different type of animal, bro. He like his magnitude on the game, on the X's and O's standpoint, is equal to like what Allen Iverson was with just like clothes and
Magic's
swag
one
in
of
the
the-
NBA.
Sheldon, what were you gonna say?
I love Steph. He just ain't Magic. That's I mean
Nobody
that's just
is.
bottom line
Nah.
right now. And I say
And nobody's
I say that-
Steph.
Nobody is Steph either.
That's true
Q.
too.
But like I said, I give the edge. You know, the numbers are there when you look at what Magic has done. Number 2 all time in assists is huge. That's a huge number. The championships are huge.
But
Steph
who's
is
the number
hockey
one
assist.
scoring guy? Who's the number one
Yeah.
scoring guy in
That's
NBA
true.
history? You talking about assists? I'm not trying to take Magic down, but Kareem Abdul-Jabbar
saying
could
that.
literally be considered the greatest player of all time. There is nobody on Steph's team that could be considered the greatest player of all time. And this man got 4 rings and counting. He could pass Magic. He could get 6.
And if he
He's
passed
right
Magic,
there.
he passed Magic for me too on that list.
I'm just saying, bro. Like, I don't like the argument that Steph Curry's not a point guard and he just shoots. That's the
We
evolution
didn't say
I didn't
of
say he
No,
wasn't
no,
a
no.
point guard.
We didn't say that.
That's
He's
the
just
bro,
saying
that's the
Magic
input,
Johnson's
but
better
y'all,
point
but
guard.
see,
Yeah,
but
that's what I'm
y'all,
saying.
see,
He's
but
a
y'all
better
implied
point guard.
that though. See, but y'all implied that though.
In the
How do we
No, we
imply-
didn't imply
nigga,
that either.
in the
Listen to
traditional
the words
sense of
we
word.
say. Nigga,
Yeah, in the
don't
traditional
put words in my mouth.
Y'all
motherfucker.
literally saying who's
We
the better
talking about
point
point
guard.
guards. I ain't implying
You
shit.
literally said
I
who's
just
the
said
better
this
point
nigga
guard.
ain't better than that nigga. Point blank, period.
Hey, Q, when did this
Passing.
yeah,
the
when did
torch.
this occur?
Kid trying to
for you?
work with you, Q.
It happened in Boston. It happened in Boston as far as I'm concerned because you
So
had
this
Klay
year.
Thompson of this year because you had Klay Thompson who looked like another guy. You had Draymond Green who played like shit the whole series until the last game, last probably 2 games, 3 games on defense. The last game he had a really good offensive game. You got guys like Jordan Poole who were very inconsistent throughout the entire series. Andrew Wiggins came along with him for 3 of them games. He had a great game 6, had a great game, I think it was 4 or 5. Beyond that, Steph Curry had to get 40 points. Steph put the entire team on his back. We got Nick who in here said that they were done after the first round against Jokic. That's like this shit is insane, and they just won a championship. They just won a championship, and they're picked as the betting favorite to go back. And they don't have a player on that team right now who is even on Steph's plateau. Until Klay Thompson can get healthy and show me that he could be at least 85% of who he was. This is an incredible feat, bro. So don't tell me all the people in the super chats and whatnot who were saying, is this the best defense since the fucking '04 Pistons? And then when Steph take a shit on this team, now it's, oh, okay, well, you know, Magic is cool because he can pass behind his back to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, bro. Please, but like Steph Curry is the greatest point guard of all time, bro.
Because they got
Hold
Hall
on,
of Fame.
let him
talent?
finish.
To me, he's the greatest point guard of all time. We completely underrate his passing. We underrate his defense. We act like he is not a system into himself. He changed X's and O's.
Defense.
The way that shooters are valued in the NBA now, the way that shooting took a leap, just from when he started shooting from 30 feet to now, you can look at the correlation between what he's done. Not just in basketball, but you look in the China League and the Brazilian League and whatever league. They all shooting this shit now, bro. No one was saying, "Oh, we all need to go
You
do
ain't
behind
seen
the
all
back
these
passes
leagues.
now."
Don't be saying random countries and act like you.
Bro,
seen
it's
these
real.
leagues.
Bro, it's real. Like he's changed the entire landscape of the game itself. Not just one league. He's changed the entire game. All respect to Magic and Bird. They saved the NBA from it being a cokehead league, and that's fantastic. But at the end of the day, new legends have to be born, and Steph Curry has taken that mantle, bro. I don't care if Magic got 5. All respect. Old heads got to move over. It's this nigga's day right now, and he might get 5 or 6.
So
This is the first year Steph has won a title by putting everybody on his back. And because this is his first year, out of all the other titles and title runs, he eclipses Magic Johnson.
I think that when you say that this is his first year, I think 2015 he should have been Finals MVP. And I believe that although they lost in
wasn't.
2016,
talking about some woulda, coulda, shoulda ass niggas.
he should have won. Everyone even acknowledges it now that he should have won that
No,
Finals
because
MVP.
I keep telling motherfuckers back in 2015,
year.
no one said
he win
Steph
it
should
this
win
rookie
Finals
year?
MVP.
He played. He
19?
won
Not
rookie.
back then because
He
we
played
saw
center.
what Iguodala was able to bother LeBron James. But the fact is that back then people didn't understand Steph's gravity. People did not
That's Kareem
understand.
didn't
They
Damn,
just
did he win
didn't
MVP
get
Can I
it.
that
ask you-
season?
So
Yeah.
let me ask you a question as a
2015.
basketball GMQ.
Yeah.
If tomorrow they told you you can have a player you're looking into their future that can shoot like Steph, or you can have a player that can play 1 through 5 like Magic, for the next 20 years, you're taking the Steph player over the Magic player. That would be a more valuable asset to your team.
I don't even like that question because Steph is just not just a shooter. He's not just a
If you could I'm saying if you could duplicate
His
everything that he
superpower.
has.
We're just talking about the superpower,
If
bro.
you could
His
duplicate
best
everything
asset-
Are y'all
that he
really
had.
trying to sit up here and tell me that Magic Johnson played defense right now? Is that what we're doing?
No, I'm just asking you if you had the exact prototypes of each of those players for the next 15 to 20 years, and you had someone like Magic who could guard, play 1 through 5 in today's NBA, and you have Steph, and what your example is for him, you're taking that person, Steph, over Magic.
I'm taking Steph all day because I think y'all have revisionist history if you think that Magic Johnson played defense 1 through 5. He didn't play
he
defense
can play
like
offense
that.
1 through 5.
He
He
can
played center at 19 years old in the finals and won MVP.
dude. All right.
Yeah, Kareem didn't play that.
That he did that for sure, but we kind of give
He
Magic a
did
lot.
that for sure. That's the
We
best.
give-
That's the
we
best
give
thing you can
Magic
say
a lot.
about
So
that.
we give Magic a lot.
He's
bro.
number
We
one
give
on
Magic a
Q's
lot.
list right now, and second, I guess, because I looked at it, and I think I'm gonna go with Steph second, best point guard of all time.
Oh yeah, no,
After looking at the
100%.
players,
He's eclipsed everybody else.
Yeah.
John Stockton, you nice,
It's
but
disrespectful to
no,
even mention. I feel
exactly.
like others
Isaiah Thomas is the only other one that you can maybe,
maybe.
and that's it. Like that's it. There's nobody else.
Yeah,
There's nobody
I
else.
agree with that 100%.
I mean, and Zeke was beat up on Michael Jordan, so like that you get bonus points for that,
That
shit.
is true.
So-
And partly why I said Zeke is the only other one because Steph had to go against Bron.
That is true.
yeah.
Zeke had to go against FJ. Like shit. Like who the hell was winning against them guys like that?
Yeah, it was
Generational talent like that.
Mm.
So where did Steph fall on the list as far as top 10? What were we saying?
Well, he's on my top 10.
He's
I
in your
think he's
10.
He's in my 10.
I
He's
made a
7.
list.
I think he's like
really
62.
close.
He's in my 12.
I think he's really
I
close.
think he's-
I wouldn't if he ended up being 10. I wouldn't be. I mean, I'm not gonna argue 10, but I can't
Yeah,
really
if he
go.
was-
I can't go higher than 9.
I can't. Yeah, I was gonna say he's probably 10.
Falls about 7. 8.
He's like 6 through 10. And
He's number 10
Can't
for
even
me.
Put him there. Yeah, I can't even put him up. Give it. What's the list you got, Ken?
He not better than Kobe to y'all.
Hell no. Oh,
I can see that.
That's just me. That's
I can see.
I
that
mean, I
more so
made a
than
list
Magic.
of players.
Yeah.
Hakeem, MJ, Magic, Shaq, LeBron, Kareem, Tim Duncan,
Bro, you got 2 MVPs.
Bill Russell. I put on here. I mean, the man.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody be respected. Bill Russell got 11.
11.
Oh, he
Ain't
in
no
there.
motherfucker ever gonna touch double digit.
True, but it
rings.
was only like 11 teams.
There's like 8 teams in the
But-
league.
but
I know,
I'm
no,
just
but to
saying.
win 11
But
times,
that was his.
to
that was
win
his
11,
era. He couldn't-
I give you
He
that.
couldn't control that.
And
And it was racist too. They ain't want niggas in the league.
100, and that's why I
got
can
Larry on here.
respect Bill Russell on the top 10 list. I respect it. I won't disrespect it.
Bill Russell
Yeah, I
changed
was
the game
just naming.
basketball
I was
too.
just naming players. So yeah, that I could think could be on that list.
The only players I can confidently
I did
take over
give it
Steph Curry are Michael Jordan, LeBron James,
But I could see taking Bill off
Duncan.
and putting Steph on there.
You ain't putting
I
Kareem
could
over.
see even taking
Kareem,
Bird off and maybe putting
Kareem.
Steph on there. So that's what I'm saying. I think he's right there. It just comes down to like you say, FIFO, like 10. It comes down to a little bit of preference.
Yeah.
And what you kind of what holds more weight to you as an analyst when you make your list, that sort of thing. So I, like Nick said, I wouldn't be in a disagreement if anybody had him top 10. I think the resume speaks for itself. I think this title run just did wonders for Steph's legacy. I don't give a damn what anybody say.
This is his Brady with the Bucks.
This was the one that did it for Steph.
Yeah.
Because those 2 rings that KD had, people were holding it against him. And I'm in that camp.
That's
I built the camp.
I brought you the materials, Nick.
It was 28-3 for Brady. That's what did it. It wasn't the Bucks. It was the 28.
Well, I'm saying, but they always say it's Brady and Bill. He left Bill and he proved that he was on. You know what I'm saying? You heard
Brady
what Q said about.
Stacked team there.
I'm just saying, but you heard what Q said. Draymond wasn't shit. Clay ain't shit. Nigga dropped 40 at night. He put the team on his back. That's his run. That's what he's gonna be known as.
This is his run, though. You're right.
Because everybody was expecting, he never really had a big finals moment.
Yeah.
This whole from game 4 to game 6.
Game 3.
Yeah, I mean everything was tied. Like the first title was tied to Kyrie and Love getting hurt.
Second title they fucked up.
A video fucking coordinator, giving Steve Kerr coaching advice. So it was really LeBron by himself. So people had a little asterisk about that. The second one, we know what happened, 73-9. And then you go get KD, you win 2. So now people are like, okay, yeah, but you only technically won 1. And then, KD get hurt, you lose to Kawhi, and then now you come back and you do this. So then now...
Not even now, you had that gap where you were, you didn't make the playoffs.
Well, yeah, because people were hurt, and he was hurt. So now you come back and you really quiet all the noise of that whole KD stuff. You get now you got people looking at KD. Right? People looking at KD different.
But why? What does that have to do with anything?
Well, he took.
What does KD have to do with Steph?
Well, because you look at it like, okay, you had this team down 3-1 and you lost. And instead of going back to the gym, building with your mans, you went and joined this team. You got your little 2 titles to try to put you up here with Bron and make us consider you nice. Now you in Brooklyn and y'all can't even put the fires out.
Okay.
You looking kind of funny in the light.
Before we get to Brooklyn, you said he left that team and went to another team.
Up 3-1.
Up 3-1, he left. Okay. How was that I get this difference, but when LeBron left after spending 9 years in Cleveland to Miami to join his best friend,
right?
They said the same shit, right? Like you left.
The narrative wasn't the same.
LeBron wasn't.
I'm just saying, but because in Cleveland, Cleveland he had like 60+ wins.
I have an answer for you.
They had Shaq and Samotion on that
Miami
team.
didn't just win 79
I'm saying it was so stacked. They had everybody
every
on
time
that
bro. Every time LeBron took a Cleveland team to the finals, with the exception of the one that won the championship,
I'm saying
it was overachieving. Every time.
Here's the difference.
Now, Oklahoma City, that was built. Oklahoma City.
Antoine Jameson, Wally Zerbiak, Daniel Booby Gibson, and it's nigga, we winning a chip.
Big Z.
No, I'm not talking about
Big
that
Z
team.
was his number 2.
I'm talking about
the difference.
That squad. The squad that they were saying like in 2009 when it was supposed to be.
Right, he never had a stacked team.
No, I'm saying like in 2009 they predicted him to go to the finals
because it was LeBron James.
Yeah, he was his own dynasty.
It was the peak. It was one of his peaks before he went to Miami. The year before he went to Miami, right? And everybody was like, "This is that dude." They won all these games and shit like that.
The Delonte West team.
And then they lost to Boston.
Yeah. We just talked about that.
They lost to Boston, and then he took the jersey off, and then he left there to go to Miami, and everybody hated how he left.
Who was the second best player?
Oh my God!
I'm just talking about the circumstances.
No, you said stacked.
So
that was a stacked
the
team
circumstances are the
That was
circumstances.
not that team for Cleveland.
No, wait,
bro. The difference is that was
overachieving.
The difference is Miami was not a 73-win team. D Wade was not an MVP. And they did not.
They won 66 games. Why y'all act like they shitty?
That was overachieving still, though. I won 66 games.
LeBron won
with these guys.
Okay,
LeBron was the whole team, though. And Miami
it wasn't
was
the team
not.
That he took to the Cavs that got swept.
Miami wasn't in the finals the year before he went to Miami.
Won against Golden State. Like, right? If I'm up
They-
3-1 against the dynasty of this generation, we right there. But me and this other dude who's supposed to be super talented can't figure it out.
I
and
feel like
instead of staying to figure it out, showing any grit at all,
My-
I'm running to
my
go play
main
with
point,
them.
my main thing is that I feel like we nitpicking over that. Like it's like who gives it? They
That's
both
not nitpicking,
they both
though.
left situations where it was homegrown situation that they could have probably
Well, they
tried
both-
to.
So
Well,
look,
see,
No, wait.
break it all the way
Wait.
down. Wait,
Let me ask one question. Can I ask
To
one
break it
question?
all the way down
Yeah,
to the
so-
simplest point,
Come on,
it was
bro.
more selfish from Durant because he ran to go play with them who were already winning. From LeBron's standpoint, it was a smart move. I ain't finna stay
How
here.
is that not smart for KD?
What were you gonna say? Well,
I
you
was
two.
just,
Go ahead.
just real quick. I was just gonna say they both caught a lot of flack though. They both caught flack for leaving.
But we look
They
at
both
K-
caught
but we
flack,
look
but
KD,
the difference.
but we look at KD like a bitch ass nigga.
Yeah,
and we
because
don't look at
yes,
LeBron
okay,
James.
okay.
That's why my main
he
thing is like,
joined,
why?
you beat him. If you can't beat him, join him.
Yes,
He
that's
played into
that's
that
number
parade.
one. But let me ask my one question. You just asked, what was LeBron's number 2 guy? Who was KD's number 2 guy?
Russ,
And even before they, let one person go, who else was on that squad?
James Harden.
The whole time that LeBron was in Cleveland, they did not draft a person
No
that was
one-
a number 2
no one
or
would come
get a
there.
person that was
Exactly.
number 2.
They couldn't get any free agents.
So what do you mean? KD left a situation where they drafted stars.
This is for
LeBron
you.
ain't had nobody.
We built this for you, bro.
And what were you about to say, Q?
Miami was not in the finals the year before LeBron went.
Nope.
Correct.
Miami did not have an MVP the year before LeBron went. And Miami damn sure did not lose 3-1 in the Eastern Conference Finals to Boston or whatever the year before LeBron went. You know what I mean? So it's like the idea that there's an equivalence, it's just not there, bro. Like
So
you
was
got
that
Mo
not-
Williams.
Was that not a smart move at all by KD to go to Golden
Nah.
State?
And look, no, I'm not saying it's not a smart
Not
move.
from a legacy standpoint.
I don't.
I'm just
I don't
talking about
think,
moves.
Looking
Yes, it
back
was
at
smart
no.
move.
Then, yeah.
that was the greatest team probably of
Ever.
Yeah,
talented
ever.
It was
talent.
smart.
You know what I mean?
That-
Talent wise, this is the greatest team ever. The best shooters on one team, the best probably one-on-one guy of his era of the last 20 years. And you got Steph Curry, the greatest shooter, one of the greatest point guards ever by everyone's collective opinion here. So yeah, it was the best team ever. Only next to the '96 Bulls.
but
You
That's
know
what
to
I'm saying.
answer
Like,
your-
why does
question-
this?
Okay.
But before I'm gonna let this go on because I know we gotta move on. But like, that's why I'm saying like the move itself was a smart move, but we don't look at it like that
Because the thing about it was
because how he left.
It was
right?
it was a smart move in the sense that it won him a championship, multiple
Mhm.
championships, and he won. But as far as his legacy as one of the GOATs, which he was up there at that top level, it hurt that part because you're looking for him now to be able to do it on his own. That's where it hurt him because
Sheldon,
he was so
can I-
high.
Well, I
It's
think
goofy to me.
I think this.
You know what
I
I'm saying?
think him leaving Golden State hurt him more than than him
Sure.
staying.
I agree with
Because if he would have stayed, yeah, we would have felt a certain type of way, this, that, and the third.
We'd
But
got
shit,
over
but
it.
what if he would have won 7 out of 10?
I
Then
agree with
then
that.
Shut up.
that's it don't matter if it's a stack team, this, that, and the third. You won 7 out of 10.
I agree, and I think that's why you feel the way about the argument because you were trying to exclude the Brooklyn part. The Brooklyn part has to be encompassed in
Yes.
the argument because now you're looking at him saying you didn't do it in Oklahoma
No.
City, but now you came to Golden State. You did it with all of these other dudes, but now you're in Brooklyn and you're struggling to do it again.
I took the Brooklyn part aside because I was because that's where the root.
But you can't,
I
though.
know I was taking this part because I was wondering. I'm still upset about the root of why people don't like KD. I'm going back to the root of it. Is when he left OKC to go to State,
It's-
and that's why I'm like. But LeBron.
That's where it
left-
started.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's where it
Yeah.
started, and it's grown into more because of the Brooklyn shit.
Because now you have the
But you left
question.
Golden State too, though.
But it-
So
but-
you
but-
left Golden State
but-
as well.
but
No,
right-
I think that's the first part.
Yeah, but to
No,
sum
no,
it up,
I mean, no, that's the second part. You're right.
you join your rivals. That's
Yes.
huge right there
Yes.
in itself.
LeBron
You
didn't
your
join his rival.
You,
And-
you
and-
can't go play in Cleveland after you've been playing in Cincinnati with the Bengals.
100.
You know what I'm saying? If they done beat y'all,
And, wait, hold on. And LeBron won after he left Miami. So that's like, okay, well, shut the hell up. You talking about I need D Wade? I did
Back
shit. I did it. I did it with Kyrie. I did it with a broke down Kyrie and K Love,
Now I
bro.
know how to
Bro,
do
it's
it,
like
and I'm gonna
if-
take it back.
Exactly.
Be a 73-9 team to do it.
You know what?
And
It's
one
kind
more
of
thing
like
too with that for Kevin Durant. It was we seen him not even play the position that he was brought in. They won the rings, obviously, but I'm talking about the rift that him and Draymond had. It was because Draymond's the leader of that team.
Mm-hmm.
KD was pushing back against that. He didn't want to fall in line, and Draymond checked him, and KD didn't like that. And then even since he's left, and Draymond coming out and saying, well, everything was going through Steph, you even seen KD come out and say something about that. So that adds to the
But they
people
still cool though. Like,
huh?
they
Of
cool.
course.
Yeah.
But I'm just talking about how people perceive him, and you saying why people don't like him is because he's never really taken the blame. I don't know if blame the right word.
Accountability
No,
and
accountability.
responsibility
Right, the
for
accountability.
being the best guy
He's never
on the
really
squad.
done that.
The perception is this, bro, and this goes back
That's
to
an
what we were
interesting
talking about
perspective.
earlier with the Magic and Curry shit. Curry's gravity, I feel like, until these last like 2 years, I don't think that we fully grasped like his effect on that team. When I said that Steph is the system, I really mean that, and I think that the numbers show that. Like he hurts his wrist, they out in the lottery, they get Wiseman. The next year they don't make the throughout the play in. The Memphis Grizzlies get in. The minute he gets a competent squad of guys that can think the system that he's in, the movement based offense, the one that KD said he went to go be a part of, the reason why he wanted to get out of that ISO heavy basketball that he was in the OKC with Russ, the reason why that Steph's gravity is so important is because when KD won those chips, I feel like people still didn't grasp that KD can get those one-on-one ISO matchups. KD can pick on his guy. KD can get those wide open shots because they still have to worry about 30. And it's not about taking away from KD. It's about understanding that there were two captains on the ship. I don't like the whole bus analogy of who's driving the bus. The ship belonged to Steph Curry. They brought in a second captain who knew how to get past a different type of terrain. And when it was time for them to take him home, he handed the ship over to KD when it was LeBron. But I feel like still the ship still belonged to Steph Curry. The gravity was still there. That's why he was able to take advantage of all those matchups. Why he's able to hit that dagger on LeBron James. He probably wouldn't even be in that position to do that, and probably the Warriors wouldn't be in that position to do that if they didn't have KD either. So it was a mutual thing. So when it comes from people saying, "Oh, he needs to prove it," he needs to prove it. I think it comes from us understanding now Steph's gravity. It's like, damn, did KD benefit more from blah blah blah? And I don't subscribe to that, but that's where it's coming from. Did he benefit more from Steph than we thought? Did he benefit more from Golden State than we thought? You know?
Well, Q, here's the thing. Draymond said it.
Yeah.
So we talking about a guy that played with both of them. That was there. That was in the locker room. That were part of those game plans and stuff like that. Draymond has intimate knowledge that we don't have as spectators, and he even said that KD got off because Steph Curry. And then Ty Lue confirmed that we were more worried about Steph Curry than KD. You know, so these are once again another guy that beat him, where it's telling you what they had to do. Guys that were part of those teams. And Intron's in the chat. He didn't give a stat, but he basically said that when Steph was out the first year KD was there, they looked like a regular team, and then when Steph came back, they looked unbeatable.
True.
You know, look, and this is the point I wanted to make in Discord when we was watching the watch party and stuff like that, and Ken was trying to throw some shade at, well, why they not playing good defense? And this is for this whole dynasty run. We've been doing that in sports, and we've done live watch parties in different ways. Now we're on Discord or whatever. I've always asked, how do you guard somebody that can score from that far? And the person that is getting the ball when you get the ball out of his hands is a high IQ basketball decision maker. How do you do? How? You cannot guard it. It's unguardable. As long as Steph Curry can shoot off the dribble and shoot from that far, you're not going to be able to stop them. They're going to be a dynastic team. The key piece, and I keep saying it, and every time we watch the game together, whether it be with them or just us, amongst us, I always highlight the Draymond Green plays. He's going to need a point forward to be the most effective. Can he be a point guard and handle the ball all the time? Of course he can.
Yeah.
He has that skill set.
He does.
But he's more dangerous when I'm running the hell around. Where's Steph? Where's Steph? Where's Steph? Mm-hmm. The worst thing, and JJ Redick pointed it out in one of his what do ESPN call him?
Let's break down.
Yeah. And he was like, look at how many times people are pointing to make sure that you go get Steph. He says this is very dangerous when you don't have a body on him. Because now 2 people go to Steph. Now this person back cuts wide open layup. It's because and Q, I agree with the I've never seen it like this before. That's why I say you cannot replicate it. Dame is close, but it's not the same. Steph is different, and you can't guard it. There's no defense. You need 6 people out there, bro.
Yeah, and I think when KD was there, he won those 2 titles. I guess we have a lot now. We have more historical context to kind of analyze what has taken place. See, a lot of NBA players were like, "Nah, it was KD. He was driving that bus, and that's fine. Whatever." I agree with that, but still, there's the perspective of it all on how the optics of how it looks. 73 and 9. Everybody knows it by now, but then you have like what KD did when he left, when he was with Brooklyn. A toe on the line, could have changed everything, went to the finals, probably won it, maybe not have been the Bucks. Then we talking about Steph different. We're like, dang, man, Steph really got those titles because of KD. We look at this year, KD faced the same Boston team. They got swept. Steph beat them. These are the things that people, when they talk about this, casuals and sometimes us, when you look at this stuff and like, man, like what was actually what? And then you take in what Todd said and what Draymond said. I know somebody in the chat said he a hater, but these are narratives that are coming from players and coaches, and we have to take all this stuff, analyze it, and come up with what we think and feel, or understand why people say the things that they're saying. So, it's an interesting thing. Like when we look at what has transpired now that Steph has won this ring, it has changed everything.
Right.
When you really think about it, it's really interesting.
Yeah.
So, and then now the man can probably get another one. Like, what the fucking hell?
I mean,
Unless
shit,
Memphis has something to say about
I still
it.
stand by it, Ken. I think he's going to end up with 6 by the end of his career. I think he gets 6 rings personally. Because
if he gets 6, is he better than MJ?
No.
They gonna say he better than MJ.
That's still the jump.
He get 5. He get 5. They gonna say he the greatest. They gonna say he the greatest ever. They gonna say he should be the logo.
MJ was beyond question.
I'm dead ass. You think it's Steph Curry? Do you hear how Q talking? You think if Steph Curry get 2 more rings and a Finals MVP, another or 2 more?
It's gonna happen.
They ain't gonna say he better than Michael Jordan. They gonna like Jordan never shot like he did.
And look, man. If he does get 6 and people say it, I think it says more about the fact that I don't think we should like yell at people who say that. I think Steph Curry is.
There you go. He already said.
I think he's that. No, bro. Like why? Like, bro. Like we have to make room for new legends to be born, bro. Like Jordan cannot have a hold on everyone's mind as the GOAT. It's just not gonna happen as time goes on.
He can't unless you
he the GOAT.
Yeah. That's exactly.
No. See, once again, I'm not saying that.
I think
you got to.
I'm not saying that though. I'm saying that we can't expect people, as time passes, to hold a certain context in their mind for guys that they didn't see. So Jordan might be the GOAT for a lot of people, but if Steph gets 6, man, I'm not gonna yell at no 18-year-old. Yo, he's the greatest player I've ever seen. He changed the game for me. Blah 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 blah. He's changed the game for 20 years from now. People will still be talking about Steph Curry, and they're gonna be shooting. They're gonna be a bunch of his archetypes, little juniors running around. That's great. And that's cool. You
can't even catch his daughter in him.
And that's cool. You know what I mean? Jordan is still gonna be a top 3 guy no matter who you ask. But I think that there should be
down to 3.
No, he bro. If you ask old heads will say Kareem is the GOAT. Old heads will say Bill Russell is shitting on Jordan. The people who over 50
say Jordan.
A lot of people say Jordan. If you ask a lot of old heads though, you can get different answers as time goes on. I just think it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh no, he said old heads. I'm talking about old heads.
I mean like real old heads, like 60, 70-year-old people. Man, people be like, man,
how old you think Sheldon did?
I'm not saying Sheldon that old. I'm saying like 60 plus year old people. You can get a different answer. I had conversations with people who say that Oscar Robertson would give LeBron work every day of the week.
I
6'5"?
don't, bro. But I don't agree with that. But bro, like you gotta let people have
Exactly.
their
Just like
context.
I've heard people say that Dennis Rodman is a KD on defense.
See now some opinions don't need to be shared. Like
Hey,
that.
hey,
But,
he's gotten a couple defensive player of the years now.
Oh man, where does Jason Tatum go from here, bro?
he gotta get a left hand. He
In the
got to get a
gym.
left hand.
Yeah.
He got to get a left hand,
You're
and he
right,
got to
Kim.
learn to drive to the basket more, man. Like get to the basket more.
Oh, Kobe.
I-
I told him.
Kobe blocked him
Kobe
from
blocked
heaven.
him. Yeah, Kobe blocked him.
Kobe
for sure.
stopped
Y'all
taking
gotta
his
chill,
text.
man. God rested
Yeah,
dead.
Kobe.
Like,
Kobe straight blocked him.
Kobe got him out of here.
I-
no,
honestly,
but in all seriousness, man, Jason Tatum. I feel like if he wasn't hurt, I'm very alarmed by that performance. People say that it was the shoulder has been bothering him since Miami. So I'm gonna try to give him some grace here. But in the event that he was not hurt, I'm very alarmed by the lack of just fervor that I didn't see.
I'm not.
You don't think
I'm
he's a-
very
no,
alarmed by
no.
Them
Leadership
that.
shoulders,
question.
them shoulders
Is he a
were heavy
leader?
from trying to carry it.
No, he's not a leader.
Okay.
And also, I'm not surprised because look here's the I'm not surprised about his finals performance, and this is the reason why. We saw it throughout the playoffs. It was just hidden because the magnitude of the situation wasn't as big. But he had these moments throughout the whole playoffs. But it erupted at the worst time. And again, I said it in game 6. It's a lack of confidence that I saw.
That's it.
It's not a lack of skill.
That's
His
what I was, that's
game
what I
is
was gonna
too
say.
dependent on like getting in the hole, and then he does this little sliver thing where he's hoping a foul is called or he's hoping someone's sympathetic.
Jason Tatum
not
drives to
getting
the
shot.
basket
It's a-
avoiding contact. He
To me-
does that way too often. He tries to like contort his body to get
Yeah,
away
it's
from
weird.
contact.
He
And
does this
you know
weird
what?
thing.
And on some real analysis shit, he relies too much on tough jumpers. I get that you train with Kobe. I get that that's
That's
your
what I'm saying.
that's your hero. But you have to get the easy buckets, bro. Like all
That's
the
what I'm
turnaround
saying.
fadeaways,
It never looked
your
easy.
legs will begin to go as the playoffs go on. And I don't think that those 7-game series back to back against two very tough teams, Milwaukee and Miami, that did not help.
He's gonna learn
That's
from
what I'm
this.
saying. Yeah,
he's
he's
gonna have another opportunity in the finals to prove himself.
Will he?
We hope.
I think so because
Nah,
no
bro.
one expected him
James
to go to
Harden,
this
Russell
finals.
Exactly.
Westbrook, and
Yeah.
KD.
And just think
It's
about the
harder to
East.
get back than it is get there the first
I
time.
think
Milwaukee-
I think he's young enough and I think he's talented enough.
Was he
He'll get back.
23?
He's like 20. He's less than
23?
25.
he's
Giannis
20.
didn't
He's
make
24 years old. He's
Giannis would have
24.
made it back with Chris if Chris wasn't hurt.
But he didn't, and that's
But he
the
didn't.
point.
Exactly.
He gonna make it back. I'm
How do you know that?
I'm gonna say
Because
you if Giannis gets back, he's not gonna get back.
I'm gonna say they both gonna get back. Somehow.
How?
They both go-
Everybody
It's the
going
East
to the
versus
finals.
East.
Everybody been to the
Okay.
finals damn near so far anyway. Somebody gonna go back.
the Knicks
My-
ain't been.
Charlotte, we gonna wait on Charlotte, boy. Y'all gotta get a coach first. You can't even play in the finals without a coach. My thing is this: for Tatum, it was just more of like if he's not feeling it, like as far as you know, how, like when you hooping and shit, and you just on that day. If he's not feeling like that, then he ain't shit because he's not gonna try like Q said. He's not gonna do a Jaylen Brown thing, and Jaylen Brown has as good, if not less than handles than he does. He was taking it to the rack, saying, "Look, I can't. If I'm not shooting right now, I still got to get this ball in the hole."
Yeah, like
Tatum
Tatum
was
was
like-
me, like I'm asserting myself. in
Yeah,
this
Tatum
game.
is like,
Tatum
I'm
never
gonna still
does
do my thing, no matter if I'm good, bad, or ugly. And it's like you can't do that. You got to change it up. And that's what I was pissed off about watching. I'm like, bro, you one of the biggest motherfuckers on the court. Take it down to the rack, even if you get fouled.
It's almost like he enjoys the difficulty factor of it. It's like I want to make this look hard, so you'll think that I'm better than what I am. Like speaking to the
Spike,
contortion.
why are you trying to break that man down
Nah, 'cause
so
look,
deep?
It's like when he go to the lane, like Q was saying, he do all of this weird shit, and then like it just seems like that he ain't up to the spotlight, but I'm gonna make it look like that.
You
I'm
know
gonna shoot
what?
this weird ass turnaround jumper over 3 people on the
But
baseline.
that's just okay. So like when I
That's a
watch
comfort thing, though. Also,
it's not even comfort. It is confidence. This man lacked, he was so unsure of
That's it.
himself.
100%.
I've seen the bag. The bag is legit. And here's my thing. I understand as an offensive player, every night's not going to be my night, right? I get that. But with that type of physical size, you have to assert yourself in different ways. There was oftentimes I didn't see that man be the first person on the floor. You know what I'm saying? He looked a little too pretty. You say you're a little too light skinned, okay?
Let Marcus Smart figure it out.
You know what I'm saying? And you can't do that when you're supposed to be the leader.
Yeah.
Leaders, even LeBron, even the leaders, they're on the ball first.
Yeah,
They're on the floor first.
He hid sometimes.
He hid.
And
sometimes.
Yeah,
a lot.
And often in the fourth quarter he would hide.
Go ahead.
Definitely in the third.
We got hella super chats.
Yeah, I was about to get to some of these
for
super
real?
chats right quick. Thank y'all for sending me in. I'm sorry for getting to them so late, but I got you. Water Maloney said, Nick back from his trip with Darlene. Welcome back.
Bruh, I hate that stupid ass joke.
Who, Darlene?
From Ozark.
Ozark.
Oh,
I don't even know the origin of that. I have to hear
It's because of y'all. Y'all niggas
I
always
didn't
saying
say
some
that.
shit. It was between you and Mike. You, Mike, and Rod.
We them boys say Nick shedding salary for Jalen Brunson. That's true. That's why they got rid of Kimba. They getting rid of Kimba because they shedding.
I don't mind if they get Brunson. I just hope they don't give him the bag.
Oh, if they get him,
they
they
gonna
give him
give
a
him-
bag.
they
What's the
give him
bag?
the
What's the bag to y'all?
100
the
plus?
max
Whatever
is.
they
Anything
yeah.
100 plus. If it's under the 100, it's good.
it depends on the years.
Yeah, he gonna get the money.
Shit, Dallas ain't gonna give him 100.
Shit, they gonna give him close. You gonna get like 90.
If we already paying Luka, why the hell am I paying $100 million to somebody else who doing what Luka do? If not as good?
Because who else you gonna pay?
Yeah, it's a complimentary.
Tim Hardaway Jr. stay getting money, boy. They love it. Hey.
Q, I was about to tell you, I didn't know who Roddy was, but he got traded anyway, so you all right. Who the Sixers drafted?
Oh yeah, I haven't. Hold on, let me get back on.
They traded him though. Drink More Water said Tatum in the finals 22, 7, and 8 on 34, 45, and 73% shooting. Middleton in the finals 24, 6, and 5 on 46, 36, and 89% shooting. The free throw percentage really stands out for Tatum.
And that's how I know.
Throw in too. Yep.
That's how I know.
Yeah.
That's how I know.
I
They
didn't want to
was
get fouled and go
missing
to the
hella
line.
shots
Yeah.
at the line.
I didn't want to
On
get
some
fouled. And go to
goofy
the, LeBron went through that though.
That's what I'm
LeBron went
saying.
through that phase in his career where he didn't want to do the same things.
Yeah.
So maybe Tatum will grow out of it.
Hey, Q.
He got time to grow out.
Let me ask you a question. Is ESPN trying to bad bitch their way to some ratings?
Yes.
Because they putting all the honey dips.
They just trying to, and
I will
they
look
doing
at
what the corporations promised after the 2020 protest. They gonna put a bunch of black people on TV, but soon the funding gonna run out for that shit. They gonna put all the white people back on when everybody turn their head. That's just what it's gonna be.
He
But
looks just like his mama and his daddy.
I'm really, you know what, I really want to stay on this Tatum point because I feel like there's a lot here to unpack with Boston. Number one, I feel like Boston, they need a point guard. Marcus Smart, to me, he is a defensive guy. To me, he's Pat Bev. Like, he's a souped up Pat Bev. That's not bad. That's not bad, man. Pat Bev is a great player to me. I think Marcus Smart, obviously, defensive player of the year, and he's a great player. But Marcus Smart is not a guy that you look, and I think that me and FIFO talked about this weeks ago. He's not a guy that I call a real ball handler, but he's definitely not a playmaker. They don't really have anybody on this Boston team that can handle the ball like that. In isolation, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown can get to their spot. On an island, when they're playing against Patty Mills and Goran Dragic, they look like world beaters. But when you have a really smart team like Milwaukee or a smart team like Miami or like who they just lost to, they get exposed because they can't get to certain spots in transition. They can't get away with certain things that they could get away with playing against Brooklyn, who was very undermanned. So if I'm Boston, I think that you have to tell yourself, we were ahead of schedule. Guys don't normally win in this league until they're 27, 28. You got to take your lumps. We're 24, we're 25. We're ahead of schedule. Al Horford's probably not going to be able to sustain this for another 2-3 years, so we got to upgrade his position very soon. And we also got to go look. In my opinion, you got to go look at a DeJounte Murray. You got to go look at a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and you got to go look. Probably those be my top two, honestly.
OKC's not getting rid of Shea.
Yeah.
And you say DeJounte, the Spurs ain't. You're gonna have to give up too much.
They're shopping him right now.
Yeah, I get all that, but
And I
Spurs-
might give
Spurs
up
are
Jalen
coming
Brown
off
for DeJounte Murray. Just if you believe in Jason Tatum, if you're the Celtics organization, if you believe that Tatum is truly that guy, like I said months ago, people might say I'm flip flopping, but it really just depends on what Boston's prerogative is. If you think Tatum is that guy, then you might have to get rid of Jalen to bring in a point guard to maximize Tatum as the best player on your team.
You get rid of
build
Jalen
around
Brown,
him.
it's a wrap.
yeah, because he's the next heart and soul past.
He
Marcus
arguably the
Smart.
best player on the team.
Yeah.
Arguably.
And you just made it to a championship.
Yeah,
Run. You can't.
look.
Yeah.
The perfect point guard, in my opinion, to try to
Lonzo
go
Ball.
get is John Wall.
Hell
he's
no.
Perfect? Hell
Hell
no.
no.
for that
Are
for
you
that
kidding
team.
me?
For that team,
Hell
yes.
I'd rather
no,
get
man.
Rondo.
Nah.
John Wall?
Nah. Yeah, for that team, yes. He has the experience.
Does
He
he
has
have
a
the
chip on his
Achilles?
What
shoulder.
experience?
So him and Bradley Beal wasn't making the playoffs every year.
All right,
What
he has.
experience?
Look,
Like
all
I
right,
said,
he
we talking about Washington, the Wizards.
But the Wizards lost to IT.
Playoff
They lost to
experience
the
with
IT
the Wizards?
Celtics.
They made it more than the Knicks.
No, they didn't. Not in the last 5 years.
They was there consistently with the Wizards though. But I still wouldn't put my faith in John Wall at all. I don't
Okay.
even know if it made
Watch.
it hold up.
Would you take Kimba in Boston?
No.
Hell no.
Kimba was just in Boston. They traded
He
him.
wasn't.
I'm talking about back, man. I'm talking about now.
Nobody.
That shit is worse
Why would you
now
want
than
him
it was
now?
then.
They got rid of
Charlotte
him.
took the
Yeah, that was,
Space Jam
They took
juice
everything
out of
him.
Kimba's
Depot.
knees.
What's up?
Why do you say John Wall?
John Wall for several reasons. I think he has a chip on his shoulder. I think there's still gas in that tank. You know me. I watch a lot of off-season workouts. I follow guys, and I think John Wall. I'm not saying he's gonna be the best point guard in the league or nothing like that, but for what that team needs, a guy that can change the pace. You know what I'm saying? Be a playmaker first. What is his best ability? It's playmaking. He's a point guard. That's what they need.
What's the resolution to his situation though? Like, is that
Ain't
possible?
going
Is he even in shape?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
He
Yeah.
works out, but he's not. He ain't played no game, so he's not.
That's
in
what I'm
game
saying.
shape.
He's not in game
He ain't
shape.
played like 2 years,
He
right?
just-
they
won't need
just
any
picked
money.
up his option,
No,
right?
no, he just. Boy,
And
He picked up
He
his
get
He
option
just
paid
picked
like
up his option.
because it was a
48
play option. Yeah.
48 million.
He get paid like
Listen.
$100 million a year, right?
No, 48.
48 a year.
I think he's
And he
top
touched
2,
40.
top 3 highest paid players in the league right now.
And you say that's the perfect situation with Boston.
Perfect. Because here's the thing.
Dang.
They might as well
No,
have
no,
John
no.
Wick.
Because
He too old for that motherfucker.
Houston's gonna buy him out. Houston already sat him last season. Say, hey, bro, don't play, bro. He's not on the timeline with all of these youngins. Houston is somewhere else. There's not going to be another playoff. Nobody is going to trade
Would you take a
assets.
buyout if you were John Wall?
You fucking right.
He already paid, bro. He ain't touched the court.
Yeah.
And he in Houston too, bro.
Making over
I don't
30
need.
mil.
Hey,
Look, what you gonna do with $50 million in Houston? I ain't gonna never see you again.
Well, he sit down there last year.
because they asked
I
him.
don't know if he got like the same thing you were saying with Aiden. I
Mhm.
feel that way about John Wall. I don't know if he got that in him. Like if you sit out all year last year, I get it. He made $50 million doing it.
But the team
But-
asked him to because you're not in the timeline of our youngins, and we don't want to give you the playing
wanna
time.
ruin him.
Well, it's not even ruining them. It's
development.
just look, you're John Wall. Like you're gonna play 25 plus minutes, but we got this youngin that we believe in, and he needs those 23 out of the 25 you gonna play, and it'd be disrespectful to play you 5 minutes a game.
Damn, that's
I
gotta
think-
Stay home.
I think that if it's
But
possible,
nobody's gonna take it because you make 50 a year.
if it's possible, I think you should go
So he ain't got-
for guys like, you always want to go for the big star guys. Like you want to try to get a DeJounte, you want to try to get an SGA, you want to try to get a Malcolm Brogdon, you want to try to get Alonzo Ball. Those are the type of guys I think Boston needs. They need switchable dudes.
See, But Q, let me pause you real quick.
Magic Johnson types.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree, Q. But the thing about getting those other guys you named, you have to give up too much. And the thing is, you want to maintain the core. That's why I'm saying John Wall's the perfect, because more than likely you're going to get him in a buyout
Because you can get him
market.
for a bum deal.
You can get him for a bum deal. You don't have to give up nothing to get him. You're adding him to what you got. So to me, that's why I say he's perfect, because you don't have to give up nothing. Any one of these guys, I 1,000,000% agree. All of those are what Boston. But what are you willing to give up? I'm not willing. And I remember being the guy saying, "Hey, break them up because it's redundant." I've said that. After seeing them play, I'm more so give him a point guard.
I'd be willing to give up Smart, even though he's the defensive heart and soul. I just think that that's kind of rendering Tatum's growth. Like what we want Tatum to be, not to disappear, the leader. For him to be that person, I just don't think that he has the personality to coexist with Smart. Because Marcus Smart believes that he's that person.
I
I think that would be one of the worst decisions they do is give up Marcus.
He
Smart.
thinks that he's the dude though, and Tatum can't be the dude with him there.
He's the enforcer. He is the one who sets the tone defensively.
Bro, he pulls up from 3 like he's Steph.
He didn't do. He wasn't on some really goofy shit.
Not all the time, but you can see when it rears its head during the game.
Well, then if you ain't getting shit from Tatum, you got to get some buckets somewhere.
But that's what I'm saying. So if Tatum doesn't have that safety blanket, like I can't disappear because Smart ain't here no more.
I think it's to his point. I think maybe Q's saying the same thing. Like if you get a point guard, Marcus Smart ain't gonna have the opportunity to do all that shit because you're gonna have a point guard who gonna orchestrate the shit, and Marcus Smart can just focus on defense shit. Whatever you get out of him offensively is great. That's what I'm saying. If you putting, I think you just having. You trying to have teenagers run the classroom with some of this shit. Like, bro, they not equipped to deal with this shit.
But that's cool.
Marcus Smart ain't best as a point guard. Neither is Tatum. And the system they got as far as swinging the ball around,
and that's what I'm saying.
It ain't Golden State.
And that's what I'm saying. Where I look at it like, if he was still a good player, you want like a Kyle Lowry in that spot. He's not. I think he's a little bit kind of almost on the cook side. I'm not saying shooter. I'm saying his archetype. You kind of want that type of player in that point guard position for Boston, and it's all a matter to me of can you have a guy who can not get picked on defense. You know what I mean? And can he?
Is Kyle Lowry a shoot first point guard or pass first point guard at his heyday?
In his heyday, I mean, in his heyday, you could say that his heyday was between 2013 and 2019, right? When he was playing for the championships, playing and getting beat up by LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was a pretty all around point guard. He shot a lot, but that don't mean he would shoot first. He could get his shot, but
I think he shoot first. He's a shoot first guy.
He became more known for defense towards the end, though, and being like
any point guard that gets 20 to 22 plus. They're shoot first. They're a shoot first point guard.
Well, I think that he was just offensively important to that team. Yeah. I don't look at it like that, but I could see him like those type of Brogdon types. Like you want like a Drew Holiday type of guy.
Name's the same.
Before you get to that, real quick, I asked B to ask his dad who he has as the GOAT. So B said his personal favorite player is Dr. J. Everybody has their personal favorite, not the best player. But he said it's hard to pick, but he would go with Kareem, Wilt, or LeBron. Those are his 3.
Because he wouldn't pick Michael.
I thought that too. Michael. But he said it isn't because of he's a Pistons.
I find that hard to believe.
I was about to say, I ain't gonna believe that. It's like a snake saying, "Yeah, I ain't eat this mouse because I wasn't, a snake."
Yeah,
y'all don't have to believe.
I told y'all, man.
I met his dad. I don't think his dad.
I told y'all.
Yeah, nah, he wouldn't do that.
I told y'all.
What I'm saying is I've asked old heads that too, and they, of course, there's gonna be some that say.
I think it's just so ingrained he don't even notice it.
Yeah, because I said this, I was like, no MJ. I said, oh, never mind, Piston. He was like, no, it's not because of that. And his dad is a basketball head, so he's seen them all and stuff like that. So he talks highly of Wilt to this day. He said Wilt would run.
Hell yeah, this nigga was doing that shit in Converse.
But I also, you guys may have seen it in the chat. I asked Kyle to ask his dad, so he's gonna check with him tomorrow.
I'm saying, man, a lot of old heads, we think Jordan, like, bro, don't let the boombox generation get it fucked up. Like a lot of the old heads playing shit on vinyl records, they was listening to Earth, Wind, and Fire and fucking with Oscar Robinson and them. They ain't fucking with that bullshit. Y'all on Jumpman.
I fuck with Oscar.
You
know what I'm saying? That's Cincinnati right there.
Josh Bros said, I have to defend my Spurs here. 20 straight years making the playoffs. 5 rings out of 6 tries is a dynasty.
Yeah,
we did count them as a dynasty.
Yeah, 2000.
They the wackest dynasty though in basketball history.
Stop it. No.
In basketball history, bro, they shitball dynasty. Nobody ever said I'm a Spurs fan based off of that dynasty.
Josh Bros said, someone tell me a ring, magic wand that he carried a team on his back. I'll wait.
Ain't that his first ring?
I mean,
I mean, but he can pass behind his back. So I mean,
Oh, he carried him on his back his rookie year.
Did he? Did
Yes.
he do that?
Yes,
Did
sir.
he? Okay.
Hey, if you slip while you drinking that, you gonna drown.
Oh my
He said, "I'm
god.
gonna drown." I don't.
You gonna drown.
He gonna fill up, go swimming right after this.
No,
Oh,
drinking out
shit,
of
man.
Thor's hammer.
Hey,
and shit.
Somebody said something in the chat earlier.
Hey,
man.
that's that right. I ain't see him do it till just now.
Damn, that motherfucker bad, boy.
Hey, I don't know what size that is, but
That
that's
shit
what
is
I
3 gallons, bro. I ain't gonna.
That's that Gary Coleman special.
Yeah.
He
my
said I'm
God.
just in a fire hydrant.
I've
That's
never
insane.
seen a 3 gallon.
Nah, I ain't never seen no shit like that, bro.
I got this joint from Home Goods for like.
Hey, that's awesome right there. But you make a point and then drink out of that.
I'm getting my H2O in, bro. I'm getting my H2O in.
Man. Drink More Water said, Q, using your logic, James Harden is a greater basketball player than Dwayne Wade because he changed the geometry of the game with the step back three that players are now emulating.
No, that's one move. That's one move. And Steph got 4 rings. I don't think that counts.
No, he said against D Wade. So who's a better player, Spike? D Wade or James Harden?
Oh,
Yeah, D Wade easily. That's not
Not
that's not even a question.
Okay.
And I don't and like to me, I don't think that's the same thing because James Harden just towards the latter half of his career now has started to become more of a point guard.
Is D Wade top 20?
Yeah, he should be top 20.
Yeah,
Is he top 15?
He's
to
close.
me like 16, 17.
Yeah, he's around there.
D Wade had 2 amazing years.
Hey man, D Wade in 06 and Steph this year are the only 2 players I've seen in the last 20 years who I think carried the brunt of their team's title hopes on their back.
That first Cavs Warriors, what LeBron did, he really should have.
3-1?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
he should have been
in like,
MVP.
I mean, in a winning effort.
Hey, if you want to throw that caveat, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I ain't really see nobody do what LeBron did like that in the finals, bro.
No, I just meant like finals winners. I think maybe Duncan in 04.
You're right.
Shit. When Dudley your second best, like when we counting on Dudley to make shots, yo.
He got
I would argue
Dirk.
Yeah, Dirk too. Yeah, Dirk went crazy.
They beat him.
He did.
Yeah, Dirk
last
went crazy.
year.
Dirk was going nuts.
Giannis's run last year, that finals, that was like one game. Giannis had the block and he had to do everything on a broken leg, damn near a broken knee.
Nah, Middleton.
Middleton and Drew Holiday both went crazy. Yeah,
they wasn't, man. They wouldn't. Giannis had to drop 50 to win.
Who was the second best player on that Dirk team? Was it Tyson Chandler?
Jason Taylor, Jason Kidd,
Jay Kidd, Jason Terry, or
was Vince on that team?
The custodian.
Vince was on that squad.
Bro, when you think about it, Dirk went through Kobe's Lakers, young OKC, and then mopped up LeBron. That might be the great. That might be one of the greatest runs.
Or gentleman sweep.
That
was Phil Jackson's last game coaching the Lakers.
Yeah, Phil was out there, man. Phil Hemorrhoid was acting up on the bench. That shit was sad to see.
He was going up the street. Yeah, he was going up. He was going to Genie.
Shit.
That was a gift of a ring.
I'm still, man. I know that shit haunt LeBron because he should have had at least 5.
Yeah, that should have been another one.
God, he should have had that shit. And they was up 2-1 too.
Yep.
They started laughing at Dirk for
and he robbed D Wade of a second Finals MVP. So LeBron, you gotta hold that, bro.
They started
fucking with Dirk. They was laughing at him on the sideline and shit.
They ain't expect
Dirk went fucking
crazy.
The
Thugs came out too.
And y'all know what
happened.
Y'all know what happened. Dirk went home and his black ass wife said, "You know what? You gonna let these motherfuckers talk to you like this? You seen what they're saying to you? Now take these collard greens and go and whoop their ass on the fucking, you know what I mean?" Came in as soon as I seen Dirk come in the arena with the 10-4 on top of the plate, I'm like, these niggas fucked up. Nah, bro.
Barbecue plate, nigga.
Shouldn't have gave him the candy
They
yams
had
and all
Sean
that.
Marion on that team.
That was a team 1 through 12 that was real strong.
No, it was. It was all vets.
Real strong.
Yeah, we got a few more. Josh Bro said, I've seen a lot of rumors San Antonio were going to trade DeJounte. Do you think he'd be a great fit for a team like Boston or the Clippers?
Of course.
Yeah.
Both.
Easily.
It just depends on what you're
two-way
giving
guy.
up.
He's probably one of the best young two-way guys.
I would like him with the Clippers. That'd be nice.
Yeah, he's nice.
Shit, I would like him in Minnesota.
I would too.
Yeah.
But they not. Again, like
Pat Bev out of there. Oh, D Rose there.
Yeah, D Russ.
I
But
just stay out of.
what is San Antonio
Edwards'
going
way.
to take back? What? But DeJounte is not that kind of guy. DeJounte he's pass first, defense pass first, so he's not going to be in Edwards' way.
And he can set up Cat.
Minnesota guy.
He can set up Cat.
I don't really need to add nobody.
I like Anthony Edwards. Yeah.
I don't. I'm not a fan of Cat. I think
That's everybody though.
I feel you, and I like Pat Bev there. I like his presence. I'm starting to fall out of love with D'Angelo Russell.
Starting. Wow. Okay.
Well,
Nigga on
well,
his
I'm just-
15.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
A lot
just
of
saying,
niggas fell out of love.
I
with
liked when they traded for him. You know what I'm saying? What they was doing with him and Cat. I like that they added Edwards, but he's not moving at the pace of where Edwards is going. And I don't think that he is a complementary player to him.
Yeah, not
So to me, I'm willing to move off.
Russell
that.
would be. He could if they did a
I bet LeBron wish he still had him. In LA.
D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah, spot shooter.
Man,
He
he was.
talk too much. He been untold something.
Yeah.
I forgot about it. I forgot
I'm
about
about to
it.
say he can't never.
you
He
said
can't
he
never go back
can't
to
hold
LA.
you to
Yeah, I forgot all
No,
about
we can't
that.
hang out with you, bro.
That's why he left for 2 teams, right? Running his
Yeah.
mouth. Yeah.
What was the
talked
second one that he
I
did?
thought it was another.
No. Once he had the LA shit, he been keeping
It was
his mouth
over out
closed
there.
for
Yeah.
the most part.
I thought it was 2 teams.
That's
That
crazy. That
trade
fucked up
fall
his whole
through.
career. He got
Yeah.
kicked out the thing because he snitched.
Nobody don't even want to fuck with him no more. Y'all trading for who? Oh, nah, bruh.
And that was the number 2 pick.
Yeah.
That's
Drink More Water said, who had the best finals in the last 5 years? KD with 29, 11, and 7.5. I ain't even gonna say the shooting.
Was
percentage.
LeBron in the last 5 years of
Kawhi,
26, 16?
28.5, 10 and 4. LeBron 30, 12 and 8.5.
LeBron.
Giannis 35, 13 and 5. Or Steph 31, 6 and 5.
LeBron was 2016, right?
Yeah.
Because it's LeBron. Like, that's probably one of the top 5
32,
finals
12, and 8.5. God dang.
30, 12 and 8.5.
How much Giannis have?
Giannis had 35, 13 and 5.
2016 is one of the top 5, top 10 greatest finals performances ever from LeBron James. So
Memphis got
it's-
Ty. Oh, they
That's
going.
your boy. You was talking about him the other day.
He
Hey,
the sleeper. He the sleeper.
Those 3 assists that
Going to the Rockets.
yeah, traded to the Rockets. Them 3 assists that LeBron gets is either between 6 and 9 points. That's more valuable than the 5 more points that Giannis scores.
I agree.
Like
What about the boards though? The boards mean a lot too.
Giannis was only getting 1 more rebound.
One more rebound than
No,
LeBron.
I thought you said LeBron
13.
had 10. Oh,
No, LeBron was 12. 30, 12, and 8.5. Nigga. Shit.
You know what? Can we just take it? Can
And
we
they
just take a
lost?
second? Can we just take a second to just look at the fact that like these young kids who just 3-4 years ago they was freshmen in high school, right? They're in the draft now, and they ask who the favorite player is, and it's LeBron, who is still considered a top 3, top 5 player in the league. They grew up watching him.
Yeah.
I think that's actually very just it's to me it's just
crazy.
It's insane. Like LeBron been in the league since 03. LeBron been in the league since Nelly was hot.
Yep.
And now like bro, it's insane. They asked Chet Holmgren who's his favorite player. LeBron my favorite. LeBron he's in contention in people's minds though. He could probably go back to the finals now. That shit is crazy, man. Just like give greatness what it deserves, bro. Like
He been in the
insane.
league longer than some of these guys been born.
Been born.
That's
A
gonna
lot
be
of
like
them-
the next generation.
A
Couple
lot
years
of them
from now.
kids, a lot of them kids love Steph, man.
No,
No, I know,
they
but-
probably gonna say Kyrie before
They
Steph.
gonna say Steph.
No,
now.
they're gonna say Steph.
Now Steph is him, man. He's him.
I think it depends on the player.
You don't think so?
Nah, I think KD's gonna appeal to the guys that have the archetype of KD, because it's like, okay, who do I model my game after? Yeah, him. But I think like overall, I think the next generation is gonna be impacted by Steph. But
You
like,
don't think Kyrie's in there at all?
nah, because Kyrie is too enigmatic, bro. Like he's not. We can't count on him. He has all the makings of a superstar.
I think if
Ain't too much bad press over the last 2 years.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, KD. I think KD and LeBron, since they played in this range, like you would hear some of those players say KD now. You know, because they also grew up watching KD play too. So the fact that they're not playing KD and they're picking LeBron, that
says it right.
Yeah. So I think the next generation, you know, Q and FIBA, everybody else, I think probably will be Steph, especially after this one. He'll probably get up there.
Josh Bros again said, "Why is our dynasty whack, Nick? What the hell, man?
The Spurs.
Why you hate my Spurs, bro?
I don't hate them. There's no one, bro.
They were the most boring.
No, weren't those one of the lowest rated finals.
They were
and shit like that.
They were.
Like
Yeah,
I remember the Knicks. Wasn't the Knicks versus the Spurs? That was like one of the. Wasn't that when OJ was on the run? They changed the finals to show that.
No, that was against the Rockets.
Oh, that was against the Rockets.
Yeah, that was against the Rockets.
See, I can't even remember.
I
I didn't remember them winning 5 times.
Watching that.
The Spurs' first one, I believe, was when the Knicks. It was in '99 when the Knicks was the AC.
That was the lockout season.
Allen Houston and Latrell Sprewell. Yeah, the lockout year. And then from the '99 to 2009, I would say.
By the tone of your voice, you could give a fuck about that era, bro. Like
you know what? And that was my point. And that was my point when I said that if you ask the most casual of basketball watchers, people who just watch when the finals and playoffs is on, a lot of people don't consider the Spurs a dynasty. A lot of those guys don't consider the Spurs a dynasty. I'm not saying that they're right. I'm just saying that when you think of like people say who's the NBA dynasties, they'll say Magic's Lakers. They'll say Shaq and Kobe. Then it's like, really, you can't really get into any other dynasties. But I think people, I'm sorry, the Bulls. I'm sorry, excuse me, the Bulls. Yes, please forgive me. But beyond that, I think Steph is the next like one to be in the casual's mind of like, oh, you know, it was the Warriors who were dynasty too. I don't think people look at the Spurs like that, but the Spurs were excellent, man. 20 years without missing the playoffs. And what has Pop done since then? I don't know. That's a whole other conversation. But it's really interesting.
I always find that disrespectful when people say stuff like that because it's like for 20 years I was great at my job,
and you can't get back
at
once.
Me for the 2 years where I'm like when I'm just average.
People like what you doing now?
Yeah,
like nigga, what you mean? I won a championship every other year for 5 years. Yeah.
Hey man, if we asked the same shit to KD. KD, how come you ain't did Pop? Like,
I'm just saying you can't be on top forever.
I mean, I ain't saying to be on top. I'm saying be in it. Pause. But it's just like, you know what I mean? just like be in the conversation. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Pop, where you at, man? Like, we miss you in the playoffs, man.
Yeah, so the lowest, I'm on Wikipedia. The lowest rated finals, the COVID finals.
That shit was terrible.
The Bucks Suns finals is second lowest rated. Spurs Cavs in 2007 was third, and then Spurs on here twice, so they're fourth.
That's two titles right there.
And actually, Golden State Warriors, Golden State Boston is fifth.
That makes sense.
So yeah, so the Bucks is funny enough. 2021 and 2022 are in the top 5, and 2020 are in the top 5 lowest rated finals of all time.
You know what's crazy though when I heard the
nobody
the years,
was watching stuff like that. You talking about fucking damn Spurs? Nobody watching stuff.
But I'm just saying, like,
and nobody watching Giannis either.
No,
Giannis actually came in second.
I was gonna say based off of how we watch TV now, the numbers are gonna be different. So like traditionally, back when they
try to clean it up.
I'm just saying, like streaming, you can watch on multiple platforms. I don't even know how they collect it.
I think they account for all of it though.
I don't know if they're counting like TikTok.
I feel like the numbers are always different now.
Are they counting TikTok clips? Are they counting?
No, they're not. That's just people watching live.
It's a different
because Steph. I think that there was a stat that says Steph is responsible. I think it was like over 10 billion clicks for like just Instagram videos alone.
Yeah,
like,
dude, killing on social.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Like Steph breaks the internet. You know what I mean? Steph breaks the internet. Like I think there's only a couple players that break. It's like him and Bron. Honestly, like when Bron is doing Bron things, we like everyone stops and it's like, yo, did you see LeBron got 35 and he killing right now? Or when Steph gets 6 threes back to back and he got 47. Oh my, yo, everyone turning into TV right now. When Giannis is going through the lane and all right,
it's not the same.
It's not the same, man.
It's not the same. But you know what was crazy though, Ken? You said San Antonio, Cleveland back in '07. So when LeBron was supposed to be a senior in college, he took a team to the finals.
Yeah,
That's
a fact.
crazy.
That's a
And
fact.
he wasn't pulling numbers. He wasn't even enough to pull people to watch that shit.
I think everybody knew. Like, shit,
Man,
I
see
knew.
this play. Was it 4-1? Yeah.
No, it was
They won the game,
4-0. They
4-0,
got
yeah.
swept.
They got ran out the building.
I was optimistic, but after I saw the first game, I said, "Nah, he not ready." Like Pop was it's just too much.
Yeah.
To me, still the greatest should have been a win ever, almost win was LeBron's 2018 when he had that 51, 7, and 8 against
When J.R. Smith
KD.
Oh yeah,
Stuff he should have won
Yeah.
that, bro. That whole series might have flipped with
Yep.
just that energy.
With that
going
game one.
their way.
Yep.
Dog, I
don't
watch
know
those
about that.
highlights
Game ones
every
were
time.
meaningless in most series.
I tell you the verses to what you're saying.
You
about
tripping.
game one.
What?
I remember when I seen when AI won the first game.
Yeah,
against the
and then we
Lakers,
got our ass
I
bust.
thought that AI I thought I was like, this nigga finna be here. Yeah, he finna win. He finna win this finals and be back. I thought after that game one, the AI.
I knew they weren't gonna win.
Right.
Shit, I thought the same
Me
thing
too.
with
Me too.
with OKC in the finals against the Heat. I'm like, bro, KD and them boys is here. You know what I'm saying? When they
Yeah.
won that game one against the Heat, I was in 2012.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, they here.
I
KD
You know
about to
what?
get his
AI
first ring
fan,
and
You know
some
what?
other shit.
That was it.
They
I
got
feel
knocked
like-
out 4 games later.
I was such
You know
an
what,
AI
Nick?
fan, but I like Ken. When I saw that, I was like, the Kembe is about to get it.
It took everything. AI
Like-
had that first
Like
game.
Kobe about the like. I was just like, at this, you know what it was? It wasn't AI. I wasn't worried about AI. AI was gonna do him. I'm like, bro, Eric Snow ain't gonna do shit. Aaron McKee,
Aaron McKee.
like
Uh,
Matt Geiger,
was Theo Ratliff?
Theo Ratliff. I'm like, bro, they don't have they,
Geiger, I forgot about Matt Geiger.
Matt Geiger.
That
bro,
Geiger was a starting. Well, no,
he was back up. He was back up to the Kembe. But I'm like, where? Who else? George Lynch. Who else is gonna get buckets?
I knew they weren't winning another
I'm like, bro.
game.
Y'all sound like y'all naming.
Anthony
You know what?
McKee.
Y'all sound like y'all
Jermaine-
naming
What's my
accountants.
guy?
You know what?
Who?
The two guard.
Aaron McKee.
Aaron
We
McKee.
had Aaron McKee,
Aaron
the
McKee.
defensive player of the year
Yeah.
in Mutombo. We had six man of the
was
year. We had coach of the year,
Eric
and we had
Snow,
MVP.
you had me at that point, bro.
Bro,
I
hey,
was
look,
just like,
man,
who else
look,
gonna get
man,
buckets?
That was the
Look,
only
man.
game the Lakers lost that.
Yep.
Yeah.
the whole playoffs. But that's
Yep,
what I'm
yep.
saying, man. I feel like that Sixers team with Larry Brown, if we didn't face the Lakers, we would have had a really great finals. Like, but we just faced one of the greatest duos ever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so
If that Philly team just had one more scorer,
for real though,
anybody.
It was Larry Hughes, right? What happened to him?
No, he
was
wasn't.
supposed
No,
to
he wasn't on that squad. He hadn't even been
man.
What
drafted
happened?
yet.
I thought he was on that squad.
Nah, man.
Larry Hughes
That's
was
what
not
I'm
on
saying.
that team.
If we
wasn't, but I
faced
thought that's what-
anybody
did he
else
get
in the
hurt or something?
West,
He
if we
wasn't on the
faced
team. You're right, but I'm wondering what happened to Larry Hughes.
I thought he was
Nah,
on that.
was he on that team? He wasn't on that
I thought he
team.
backed
No.
up Eric Snow.
I think
no, he wasn't on
Nah.
the
I know
Larry
He
Hughes
got
was-
I know
drafted
he went to
after.
Cleveland. He always had that little burst where he'd be like, "Is he really good?" And then
Larry
he'll never
Hughes,
do it again.
yeah.
Larry Hughes was not on that 01
Nah,
team.
he wasn't.
He wasn't.
If we faced Sacramento, if we faced Portland, like I feel like we would have went 6-7 games with those teams because AI was that great, and I feel like Larry Brown could coach in that position. But when you
Yeah.
got Shaq, dog, it's just like you come on, bro. Like and
Yeah,
Kobe,
could-
come on.
Because a faster paced game against Sacramento would have actually favored Philly.
That's what I'm
You know,
saying.
because the thing about that Laker team was they could just play half court back. What the hell you gonna do with Shaq?
Push Shaq
Exactly.
here,
Yeah,
dump it down.
Yeah, and have Kobe over here, and there's nothing you can do. So that slow down game actually worked against them, against that Philly squad. I think
AI
against
had
that
to actually
Sacramento
play
team,
D.
let AI get up and down.
AI had to play D, and we got
Kukoc was their
exposed,
second
and
best
it was
player.
like, fuck, okay.
Sure
Well.
was. That was the scoring. Tony Kukoc was the scoring threat. I forgot all about him.
But man, we
Kukoc was on that
He was
squad.
32. He was done.
He was done.
he was washed.
The
in that
second
whole
highest
season.
scoring person on that team was
Aaron
Theo-
McKee?
Aaron
Theo,
McKee.
nope, Theo Ratliff with 12.4.
Bro,
Oh, yeah.
Aaron
We had
averaged 11.6.
It was a really solid team. We had 6
So
men
what did
of the
AI
year.
average, like 30 something that year?
I think he
Yeah,
had 29.
come on, man.
He
Like,
got 29 or something. We had 6 man of the year, MVP, coach of the year, and defensive player of the year on one team. So I don't like when people say, "Oh, that was a trash Sixer squad." That was a really solid team with some really high highs. But when you going up against just all-time great 2 top 10 players ever, you gonna look like shit. But I just think that people need to give that team more respect. Like I think that's revisionist history. Like
Finished
AI had a good
first
squad.
in the East.
They did. The only thing that was lacking on that team was firepower. Because it was literally AI. It's like, hey, I go get 50 and we're gonna play defense and we're gonna,
Exactly.
we're gonna be in the game. But yeah, bro, like
Bro, this is crazy. Which the averages definitely throw things off. This man averaged his total points for that year was 22,007. The Nets highest AI. The Nets highest was Aaron McKee with 878.
well, you said 22,000 or 2,200.
2,200, yeah.
Okay.
I'm about to say.
What I say,
hold on.
22,000?
Yeah.
My bad.
100,000.
2,000.
Yeah.
That nigga was getting
I was
100
wondering why
games.
you said that. 2,207 points.
Why we debating?
Nobody
Who's the
else
best?
scored 1,000. Nobody even got to 900.
Yeah.
Bro,
AI was in his
That
bag.
disparity is
man.
crazy.
Yeah, Q, that team shitball. Go ahead.
Yeah, the last one. Then we're gonna get out.
Look, man,
Like,
look, man. That team.
He said it
is
wasn't
not,
trash. It was just really solid.
It wasn't a trash team, bro. Like you don't win those awards by being trash. Like you
Yeah,
just growing
they
up
didn't have
against
no
Play well
offense.
together. They did
Yeah,
what they
we
did. They did what
played
they
great
did.
together. We played great
They
defense.
ain't trash. They recyclable.
We played great defense and ran into 2 top 10s, man. It just happens.
Oblivion Radio. The Oblivion said, Nick, stop. You're done. You're finished. Say goodbye. The Warriors are done. Never forget.
They done, bro.
Never
The
forget.
team that we know as the Warriors is over.
So they're not coming back?
They done
niggas-
playing.
Wait. They're not coming back?
The iteration that you see, it ain't coming back.
Get the hell out of here.
You right, bro. Because Kuminga gonna take a step up. Jordan Poole
y'all
gonna
be
take a step
talking
up.
about Kuminga like he-
Kuminga gonna be a boy. He's one of them
They be
boys.
talking, bro. Kuminga's who was FIFO hyping
James
up? Imani Bates?
Wiseman.
Kuminga's
James Wiseman.
No, he not.
James Wiseman. Moses Moody.
James Wiseman shit. When that nigga gonna play?
Next year.
Next year. And watch how he looked with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson.
I try to tell him.
You ain't say shit.
Yes, I did.
Should always. try to tell
Always
us
acting like he
I
on
do,
top of
man.
something.
I
told y'all.
always. I tried to tell
Hey.
him, man.
I told y'all.
The Warriors weren't
The
done.
Warriors won the title. I tried to tell you they was gonna win.
I did.
He ain't say shit all season long up until this point.
Spike, let me give you some history. I think
We don't
I'm the
need
only-
that history.
Everybody,
That's the wrong history.
everybody that's in your vision right now said that Steph should go to LA. He should get about it, blow
Ain't
this
nobody
thing
say
up,
nothing
be
like
done.
that.
I'm the only person that said keep this thing together because it's gonna be fine. Did I not say that?
You ain't say a goddamn thing.
No, he did say you did. You did.
Kev Timothy, I'm sorry about missing that earlier. He said, how do y'all feel about people having spirited debates on which players are better when the person talking haven't even seen the player live because they are too young?
Oh, you talking about like the Bob Cousy shit?
They talking about Q.
Oh, okay. All right. So I don't want to hear. See, here's the thing. I don't want to hear no niggas talk about no wars that y'all ain't never seen either. I ain't seen World War II. I still know who won that motherfucker. So don't talk to me about history. That shit is stupid. That's a fallacy. That's dumb as hell. You ain't see it, so you can't talk about it, nigga. I ain't seen the fucking
I just
Earth
asked the
form.
question.
No, I'm just saying, like, I hate that logic. Not insulting the person who made it. Just I hate when people say that shit. Well, did you see it? There definitely comes a lot of weight with lived experience and actually having a specific memory. But, bro, certain facts are just facts, bro. And everybody can have an opinion depending on if you actually are knowledgeable of what you're talking about. I ain't seen the Roman Empire. I know who the fuck Plato is, though. I know who Aristotle is, nigga. Like, so come on, bro.
I was just gonna say, like, if you look at Bob Cousy play basketball and then you look at Kyrie Irving,
come on,
like,
bro.
You're not gonna say that's like, oh, okay, that's about the same.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Like, come on.
But there are some guys from that time that could play modern era. Like
Definitely, like Oscar Robertson could play.
No, I feel you.
Yeah.
No,
But if you had to pick between them two,
no, of course. Like Bob Cousy and Kyrie, it's not close.
Hey.
Bill Russell, like skillfully, maybe not as close, but like athletically, he could compete.
What I would love to see the
yeah.
NBA do is to add all of those games to their archive so you can watch them.
Yes.
As a paying customer, I would love to be able to just pull up a game and watch them. The fact that they don't have some of the finals, all of the finals on there is is a crime.
Yeah, at
That's
least the
what I used to
finals.
love NBA Classic. You remember these?
Oh yeah, all day.
Yeah, I don't know how they
When there
went
was
away
nothing
from
else
that.
to watch in the summer,
Yeah.
NBA Classic.
NBA
Late
Classic.
night
Yep.
old game. Come
Mhm.
on,
That was the
man.
greatest. I don't know
Love
how
it.
they
Ayo.
could have got away from that. But you know what? Y'all can see a bunch of games on YouTube still.
Mhm.
It's a lot of those
Yeah.
games.
I watch
I never thought about that, but like watching Magic's first game, stuff like that is on there.
Hey, I got a question for y'all. If y'all could take one '90s team that did not win the finals and drop them in today's league, who do you think would fare the best?
Phoenix.
That's what I was
Those
exactly what I was
Barkley.
going to say. Those Barkley's sons. I was
Man.
about to say that too.
Yeah.
Better than Utah.
Yeah.
Fuck Utah.
You know why? Because
I
they,
agree, but I just wonder.
because they had the athletic point guard. They had the power forward that's positionless. They had the super deep three guy and Dan Marley. So
Underrated team.
they play kind of like now.
I would say is. Oh, you said the 90s.
What about the
Yeah,
95?
90s.
Yeah.
Magic?
I was gonna say.
Of course.
What if you drop Penny and
Oh,
Shaq?
they should not fair. Not fair.
Nick Anderson out there, Dennis Scott.
Dennis Scott. They played today's basketball then.
Yeah,
So yeah, that might have been the squad to take.
the 95 Magic.
Yeah, I think I like them over that Sun squad. Younger point guard, bigger point guard.
Shaq still he played.
How you feel about those Warriors teams with C-Web?
TMC.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember.
They were.
It's Richmond. You know what I mean? All them dudes.
I enjoyed their substance, but it wasn't good enough for championship. As much as I liked
What
it.
are you asking though? He ain't asking the championship team.
I feel, but we're talking about
He
the
said-
best
he said it's still
version of
shit,
90s.
said-
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
just
most
like-
I
successful.
think they would be successful in this
Like who would
generation.
who do you think would fare
Not
the
more than
best? You know
Shaq
what I
and
mean?
Penny in them.
Yeah, Shaq and Penny they're a different animal.
Like,
that was different.
That was.
especially young Shaq. Ooh, shit, he
Anything
running.
Kendrick
That shit
Perkins
was
on.
crazy.
That was some crazy shit.
But no, I like them Golden State. Tim Hardaway is low key one of my
Chris
favorite
Murray,
point guards to do it.
Man, yeah.
You know, Chris Mullen. You know, shit, coolest white boy out there with the lefty stroke. Mitch Richmond. You know what I'm saying?
I love Mitch.
Chris Webber came in that 1 year with them.
Ooh, with the behind the back
He
on Barkley.
Mario Elliott was
Barkley
on
put
that
up
team. wasn't
56 at
Was
that
I
game.
think he did play for them.
Mario
Yeah,
Elliott
Mario
played
Elliott was
with
on that
them.
team.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we got anything else?
Rayshawn Davis. Rayshawn said we already answered this one. I think he said top 10 players right now in the league.
Oh, we kind
Oh,
of
right now.
What
Oh,
shit,
in the league right
we,
now.
shit,
Yeah,
we,
right.
we gotta do an episode on that. We gotta do
Yeah,
an
that has to
episode
be an
on that.
episode. Well, when we come back after the break, we'll start the show with that. How about that?
If we could do
Oh yeah, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
that Sonics
Terrence,
The top
I'm
three?
So sorry. That team, that
That
Sonics,
Sonics team with GP.
Oh
Sean
yeah,
Kemp,
Percy
That Les
Hawkins,
Shrimp,
Detlef
Dale
Schlafly,
Ellis,
Sam
Hershey Hawkins.
Perkins, Yeah.
Yep, because they had shooters.
Sam Perkins shooting them threes.
Sean Kemp.
Yep,
out
yeah,
there
yeah,
at the gym. Boy, that was
he had no
nasty
follow-through.
team.
His shit-
Nothing. It was just
Yeah.
playing in Seattle. They used to be
People
man.
forget about Dale Ellis, Hershey Hawkins.
Yes, they do.
They used to make it rain.
Hershey Hawkins was a Hornet at one point. So
Yep.
I love
Yep.
Hershey Hawkins.
Giannis, LeBron, Giannis, Steph, Embiid.
Goddamn.
You ain't
Top
say-
three?
You saying you ain't
Joker?
saying LeBron or you already said it?
I said LeBron.
Joker.
Oh, LeBron.
What we doing? Top 10? Where you
10
going?
Top 10 in the league right now.
You better put Luka in there.
Hell no.
Damn.
Y'all help me out. Y'all help me out.
So, all
Let's
right,
add
so we got Bron, KD,
Bron,
Giannis,
Okay, Bron, KD, Giannis,
Steph,
To
Embiid.
me-
Embiid,
That's 5.
Joker.
Yeah.
Is this an order?
Nah, this
No,
is-
no, no. We
Okay,
just throwing them out there.
I'm
We
about
just
to
throwing them
say,
out
We just
there.
naming 5.
We just throwing them out
Yeah.
We
there.
naming
10.
10.
Kawhi. Still
I don't.
Yeah,
top
but
10.
I don't.
Kawhi's
Ja
out.
come on, man.
Kawhi,
Like
down.
Kawhi's
Ja-
still
is Ja
top 10,
top
man.
10?
He's probably like
Yeah.
9.
He
Ja,
creeping.
Ja top 10.
Yeah,
he
Ja-
creeping.
I can't name 10 players better than Ja Morant.
Yeah,
You
Ja's
put
in the
Luka
top
in there.
10. Nikola
If you put in
Jokic-
Ja, you got to put Luca.
Jokic is top 10. He's really top 5. But
you
Yeah,
gotta
no,
put-
Joker's in there.
Yeah, he's sick. He's
Okay, Joker. Nah, I fuss with Joker.
Jokic, Kawhi
If you
gotta
put
be
Ja,
on
you got to
the
put
bottom,
Luca. You can't.
I just asked about Ja.
man. Does Tatum?
He
is
should
Tatum
be.
Is Tatum still top 10 to y'all?
Tatum, no. He played his way out of that.
He said he played.
I
his
still
Luka's
put
still
him at
top
like
every
8 through
Yep.
10.
He
I
ain't never
still
had a
think.
game where he ain't show
So
up.
give me Ja, give me Luca. So that's 8.
That's 8.
Man, we really put Luka in the top 10.
Got
Yeah,
to.
man.
You got to.
Yeah,
Bro,
man.
some people think Luka's top 5, bro. Some people really think
Yeah,
he's
they
top
do.
5.
And rightfully so. Which
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad
I'm
at
trying to
that.
think
So
about all the
with 2
teams.
spots left, there ain't no Devin Booker.
Jimmy Butler.
Nah.
No,
Booker
hold
better.
up.
Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy's top 10.
No.
Nah.
Jimmy top 10 at
No.
10. So you gotta find number 9.
No.
We said Embiid, right? We said Embiid.
Yeah,
we said
Embiid's in
Embiid.
there.
We said Embiid.
Okay. Do
Kyrie?
we agree
Trey.
that Kawhi has
Trey?
to be in that 9 spot? He has to
Nah,
be
he
there.
ain't
Like,
top 10.
Trey Young.
how is Kawhi?
Nah, he
not
fell
top
out. He can
Oh,
get.
man,
He can
who-
get
who
there.
we missing?
We missing somebody.
Kyrie should be in there.
What about Dame?
Kyrie shouldn't be.
10?
in there
Dame,
just
bro, is
because
Dame
he's-
and Kawhi still
You
up
say
in
KD?
there for me, man? Just
You
because
said
they
KD?
We
missed
said
it.
You know
KD.
what? You know what, Q? I'll go with Kawhi. We can keep some of these other motherfuckers that don't.
Come
be
on,
in
man.
there.
Like
Yeah, I'm
y'all,
with you.
we just
So
seen
let's get
Steph.
Luka out of there.
So fine. No, Luka's gonna stay. Then we put Kawhi and Dame. If we
Yeah,
gonna
Kawhi
put
and
Kawhi,
Dame.
then we put no.
Why not?
Why?
He ain't better than Luka and Dame. I mean, Dame and whatever his name is.
Kawhi.
I think it puts him at 10 at worst, kid.
Yep.
Nah,
At the
man,
very
nah.
worst.
We can find somebody.
That's
we can
fine.
find another 10.
Luka's at 10.
At the very
Nah,
worst, he at 10.
man.
Oh, that's a good
He's
pass.
not top 10 yet.
Yeah, man.
All right. Well, we'll leave it right there then. But yeah, the finals are over, and as usual, we're taking the MLB is in full season.
We only come back
Break.
until October.
When football back.
So football, the Major League Baseball is in full swing break. So,
Well, we gotta do our NBA free agency shit once that's all coming together.
Yeah,
So
when
we
does
gonna-
that start?
Summer League too.
Yeah, Summer League too.
When does all that start? Anybody?
That's-
got-
That's
like
like July.
weeks.
It's like
It's in
like
July.
Some
second week of
started
July.
too.
Second
Yeah.
week of July.
Okay, let me look at the calendar.
B,
I think
B
it
already
starts
posted.
July
Remember he posted in the
5th or
chat.
6th.
I ain't-
Yeah,
free agency
yeah.
starts
July
on
Or July
They should start
June
traveling. some.
30th.
Like they should have some in Atlanta. They should have.
All right,
it
so
in-
I don't know
it's
why
the
they always have it
third.
all on the West Coast.
Yeah,
In Vegas.
Okay, so yeah, about 2
I
weeks.
don't get that.
So about July 11th, that week
Yeah.
of.
So
Yeah.
so look, I've been trying to get Ken, you know what I'm saying, to okay a
Media
Dennis
pass.
sports trip.
I'm going. Let's go.
Vegas, let's do Summer League.
Let's do it.
I need to see Summer League in
Oh, we
person.
go to Vegas. We ain't coming back.
I never go to
We
Vegas.
got a show,
Me
right?
neither.
We gotta do
Me
this.
neither.
So
So
we
when
gonna
does
be
Summer
doing
League
this-
kick off?
It's like July
Ooh, you trying to go to
7th or
Vegas in
8th or
July?
something like
Hey,
that.
it's-
He
it's
trying
Like
to see
between like the
Paolo.
6th and the 8th,
gonna
something
be
like
hot
that.
as shit.
Let me tell you.
We
Okay,
we
so-
gonna
Trying to
have
see
all these
Paolo.
pool parties, blue, bro. Hey, look.
All right, but we'll still have the 365 videos. Those will
Mhm.
continue to go up every day. So you'll still hear from us, the live show. I'll just say 2 weeks. So look for us to come back the week of July 11th. So free agency kick off the week before that, and Summer League, I believe, as well. So we'll actually have stuff to talk about. And Manny may do some more baseball videos.
He the
so.
only nigga that he the nigga we sent to the baseball games. Come back
Ray
to
That's what
So,
he
yeah,
used to say
man.
under his when he doing videos, baseball games.
But yeah, man, it's been a great run. It's been fun, and
Put that bottle down.
Got my
bro.
trophy.
Put that bottle down.
Got my trophy.
and we gonna do it all over again because the NFL is coming back.
Can't wait.
The best
Can't
time of
wait.
the year.
My favorite time of year.
So the bullshit returns.
Like, like you said, man, make sure that y'all checking out those 365s. Help us keep everything up and running.
And make sure you YouTube search Warriors Are Done.
All right,
You know what I'm saying? And just make that shit go more viral, please.
Any final thoughts on the draft before we get out of here? Because I know there was some picks we didn't
Shit
talk
ball.
about. Anything?
Shit ball.
Yeah, 'cause I don't know shit about these players, so I just be
Top
listening
3
to
with high thought. I like
Thank
what
you.
Detroit is doing, especially with the trade for the big man too. Detroit making some moves. And thank you for
He said he talking about the
No, I
draft,
know.
nigga. Ain't nobody
But I'm just
Nah,
thanking you
I don't
personally
want to hear that.
for
I
being
don't wanna-
wrong all the
Lou, what
time,
you
Nick.
got?
Thank you,
something-
sir.
You got something to say, Lou Shelton?
My Hornets got 50% of what I was after. I figured we were gonna get Mark Williams, and we did. I don't know what we traded that pick for. I still hadn't heard or seen yet, so that hurt my feelings a little bit. I like this draft. I like the players in the draft. I like a lot of those names up and down this first round. So watch out for some of these guys. I think we got some stars in this draft.
That was the most
I think
generic
the Magic
recap of the
paid-
draft.
That was a Magic Johnson. That was a Magic
That was
Johnson.
the quarterback. That was the quarterback.
He
He gave us the Kendrick Perkins
Yeah, that was
recap.
He gave me
That was
3
Kendrick
minutes of
Perkins.
He gave us
3
a-
minutes
he
of
gave us-
nothing, bro. You just
You know what?
I think,
You know what? I take that back. Magic Johnson has clearly influenced Shelton in his analysis because I don't know what the fuck that was. You know, there was some
take,
great players.
I think the Magic made the right pick. I think that was a franchise piece. I ain't necessarily saying that dude's the best player, Paulo or whatever his name is. I ain't necessarily saying he's the best in the draft, but I think he was the perfect pick for the Magic as far as Dwight Howard, Shaq, them knowing how to market, promote a center. He gonna start going up on billboards tomorrow.
Why didn't they do that from
Indeed.
Obama?
Huh?
Why didn't they do that from Obama?
I mean, forward.
Obama.
Obama sucks.
You know,
but he had a whole song though.
Plus, this dude got the pedigree coming from Duke. Like he already been built for it. I think that they just
That's crazy.
they want
I'm
a
gonna say
franchise space.
Orlando's gonna pick top 3 again next year.
See what the Lakers.
I ain't
pick.
saying he's gonna be great. I'm just saying he the face of their franchise.
I just think they.
So with Detroit.
I don't think that.
They're too
I
young.
don't think that.
I think that everybody should be trying to. Who's ever in the top 5 this year, y'all need to be trying to get back because that boy Victor Wembanyama, whatever his name is, I don't know if his name
he's
is
sick.
from France. That boy is he's franchise changing.
I think
He's
people are.
sick.
I think people are
Prove
trying to shoot for 2024
Max Christie.
for Bronny.
He long.
And look, man,
Ain't
ain't nobody worry about.
I think
Bron,
Bronny. I don't think Bronny that good, but I think they still gonna try to get him.
Bronny ain't getting drafted, bro.
Bronny gonna get drafted.
Nah,
man.
we stopped talking
Unless
about
LeBron
Bronny
buy
like
a
2 years
team,
ago.
if
Nah,
LeBron
Bronny
buys
getting
a-
drafted.
I'm still waiting to see
LeBron
where
is
Sharif
great.
gonna go.
LeBron is great, but nobody's looking at LeBron in 2 years from now.
They looking
Like
for
that's like,
Bryce,
oh, I
man.
need to
They
go
looking
get
for
him.
Bryce.
Bryce might be
immediately.
better than him though.
Bryce probably will be.
Bryce
I
is
think
gonna be the
Bryce
one.
is gonna be better, but don't sleep on Bronny. Bronny's starting to take them strides.
See on him as far as what? What do you think of him?
So a lot of and I even felt like this too, where I didn't really see it. You know, there was intangibles that I liked. Like he has LeBron's vision, he has his natural selflessness, right, to the game. But I was like, you're too selfless. Like what? Like
Yeah,
when are you gonna start taking over a game? And he's starting to do that on both ends of the court. Like he's starting to get chased down blocks. He's starting to dunk. You're starting to see more emotion.
6'3"?
He like 6'4".
He more 6'3" than 6'4".
6'3".
Yeah,
He probably gonna be like
Jeffrey Jordan.
He probably gonna be like Oladipo.
Bro, I think that
he's already
Bronny
better
can
than
play in
said
the
Jeffrey
league.
Jordan.
yeah, he's better than Jeffrey. But
He can
I-
play. He can
I
play.
still don't think he's a super. Like I don't see like being a great player, but he's better than I
You
thought.
know what I
that
think
he
he's
was
gonna be? Austin Rivers.
He could be that, yes.
Okay.
But I think he's an NBA player though.
Okay.
He's just not. I wouldn't draft
The
him in
hype
the
has
lottery.
died down a lot.
Yeah,
Okay.
Bryce I think is nicer. I think he's gonna be
I
bigger
think Melo's
too.
son gonna be nicer than him.
Oh,
Oh,
hey.
Oh, of course you would, Nick.
What
No,
you
no, no,
mean?
no,
I'm
no,
just
no.
saying, look, the way he's training this nigga.
Yes. Oh, so now you on Chris Brick?
Hey,
Hey.
it's the Melo
I
man.
said-
You know what I'm
yeah, I
saying?
said it
That's
to
the
you.
disciple. That's what
Chris Brickley got Cayenne in that gym doing all mellow moves, and naturally, like when you look at him, he's long. He's only gonna get taller, and you know what I'm saying, longer. So as long as his body, he gets close to his dad, 6'7", 6'8", oh, you're gonna be a problem.
Any final thoughts on the draft, Q?
Detroit's great, man. I really like what Troy Weaver's doing. I think that Paolo, it's a good pick for Orlando, but I have questions about his athleticism in the league. I don't know if he's quick enough yet. I think he can develop quickness. I don't think that necessarily is out of his range. Chet, I'm going to bet on him being a good rim protector at the very least. I think that if he does turn into anything beyond that, then you just kind of got to live with that. You're okay, so you love that.
Oh yeah.
And then I really do. Who was the pick? I do like Keegan Murray.
He
I
going
do
to
like
Detroit
Keegan Murray.
too? Okay.
Yeah, I love what Jalen Duren also in Detroit. Detroit is doing it, man. I think that they're going to be right there, and especially if they can get back in the lottery to go get that boy from France, it's over. Like they right there.
They right. What you mean by right there?
I think that in the next 3 years they could make a play in
Who? Detroit.
Detroit.
It might be
Next
true.
3 years. Probably that, like, because I was telling Beezy in the chat, not to be long winded, but it's like this year is all about can you compete regularly against teams that were making the playoffs in the regular season? Can you take those teams that are in the playoffs this year? Can you take them down to the wire next year, lose close games because you're too young? If you have that as your marker for success, losing those close games, collapsing in the last 3 minutes because you're just too young, collapsing in the last 5 minutes because you're too young, taking the Warriors down to the wire, taking the Sixers down to the wire, beating a team that you shouldn't beat every other night. I think that that's like Detroit's marker for a successful season. Do you see individual strides from Cade Cunningham? Do you see Sadiq Bey taking individual strides? Does Jaden Ivey look comfortable in the league? Do you get a good return on whatever trade you're trying to get for your assets that you need to flip? Can you sign a guy like Aiden? That's like those are the strides that Detroit is looking to make. They're not trying to make the playoffs next year. You just want to see your guys to develop and can you compete against playoff teams? If you can do that, then you had a successful season, in my opinion.
Cool. Now you asked that question. Y'all know Q long winded.
I was gonna say shit.
But at least he gave us something, right? He
Shit.
didn't say, well,
I was distracted by Jaden Ivey's mama, boy.
Niall
Shit,
Ivey
hey.
is the truth.
Oh, you trying to be a stepdaddy, huh?
Hey,
Hey,
but here's my final thoughts on the draft because I don't know shit about any of these players, but what I do know is that motherfucker Chet ain't gonna be shit. So that motherfucker is gonna be
Watch Chet be
overhyped.
rookie of the year. Watch.
I would be shocked.
He
Look
moves
at
well.
that,
He moves well enough. I don't know if he has enough
Rookie
weight
of
on
the
him.
year.
Jabari Smith is my guy.
I think so too.
Houston's
I
doing
think
great.
Houston is going to take a big
Y'all
jump.
hyping that.
I think, hey, if Tata got to Houston, watch him.
Y'all hyping that.
I'm just glad they didn't end up in Orlando, the music graveyard.
That's what I'm saying, especially for big man,
I don't care who it is. Yeah, they just
bro. If you
And
over,
that's what they. No, okay.
No,
see,
but
they got
with Poalo now, like they have their main scorer now. Like it was always a question mark, and I'm kind of glad that they didn't take Chet because it's like
I am too.
like you always taking all these big guys outside of the big two that just aren't successful.
Mhm.
So what's the direct teams? I always question what's your direction. And now you have direction. Okay, we got Mo. Let's see what we can do with Mo. Let's see what we can do with Jonathan Isaac.
Nothing.
Markel Fultz. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Nothing.
But now we know we got a guy that can go get us the 20 to 25 that we need. I'm not saying that's what he's gonna get you next year, but
You got him in place.
you got the Mo. You got that archetype, that 6'8", 6'9" guy
him
that can
and
go get
Anthony to build around.
100%.
That's a nice core.
G League players against snatched up. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
It is.
that's gonna do it for us, man. We'll catch you guys in about 2 weeks.
Yes, sir.
Oh, he got the bell bottoms on
Hey,
the
mask on and off.
on the
Zion
wrist?
looks great.
That is real.
Oh, yes,
I don't know if y'all seen Zion.
Yes,
but
sir.
Zion look like a monster.
Yes, sir. Ken, have you seen him?
Nah, I haven't.
Oh, wait,
Oh
hold
my
on, let me
gosh.
show you. Let me show you.
Appreciate y'all.
That boy had a 70s cut and everything on the
I was gonna say he got a Cadillac suit on.